Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Talking While Black podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Thomas.
Yo, what's good?
John Norris.
What it do, baby?
Man, summer is here. It's a fucking heat wave. Everybody feels like a wing in the air fryer. But hey,
Oh, that's a good one.
we're honestly happy to have this instead of winter. I honestly rather have fall. Fall's the best season ever. If winter actually happens.
I will never complain about summer again because I just thought about it in pre-production. We had winter for 6 months. I'm okay.
This is facts.
I will deal with whatever heat that transpires over the next 2 months.
Maybe to September too. It'll be out a little bit in September, early September. Man, Labor Day it be flaming sometimes.
And it also could be rain. Hell.
Right.
I don't know, man. But
Dogs and cats.
how's you guys' week?
Long, I'm glad it's Friday.
Here. Was it dilly?
We do it for y'all. Y'all the only reason I'm here right now because your boy is tired.
Feel you on that too.
30. When you hit 30, it ain't no joke.
Everything hurts. Stuff be hurting you didn't even know you had it.
Right.
But why the fuck this hurt?
Right, what is that used for?
Right. Then you be looking it up. What happens if this hurt in the WebMD?
Bruh.
Oh, you have cancer.
Right.
What? Yeah, no lie to you, bro. No lie to you. I'll be like, man, I don't feel like going to no ER, bro. Google.
Facts.
Then it's you eliminate one.
Right.
Okay, I don't got all these symptoms. Process of elimination. I'm cool.
Right.
But some of them do be like that, bro. Be like, blood, catch her in the blood. You about to die tomorrow. Like, what? Dude, I just got a headache. Like, bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. Google, right? Yeah, for real.
Damn.
Yes, man. Right. Man, that's facts.
I'm mad you just said that like you a game host. Oh, you about to die tomorrow.
That's what they say. Hey, that's how it be though, bro. Like, oh man, I'm telling you, bro. But Google, man. I know y'all all out there. This a
Like,
little
we
season. We didn't right. Then go to Google real quick.
We'll definitely go to Google for everything.
And the funniest part is how you type it in too. Sharp pain on left side
lower
and
back.
33-year-old male.
Breast cancer.
Right.
Fuck. Shit.
Kidney failure.
Yep. Exactly.
Back sore.
Right. Back sore. You slept wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's it. You know what? When I woke up, man, I was a little kind of balled up a little bit.
Right.
Go to work.
I ain't put the pillows the correct way, so my neck,
Right. That's the reason it's a little stiff.
You know.
Hell, my leg up a little longer than I was supposed to.
Oh man.
But man, we got a whole bunch of topics to get to today, so man, let's start. Drake releases album, honestly, Nevermind. And to be honest, that's how he should have been when he was about to release this. Honestly,
When he made the post, he should have been like, yeah.
So why on the
Mark,
next
never
time?
mind.
That's what we feel, honestly, never. Like,
It wasn't.
Come on, man. I know you got one good one on you, Drake.
It wasn't. I'm trying to be optimistic.
the
It
OVO
wasn't for-
sweatshop not working anymore.
It just wasn't for us.
Pandemic.
It wasn't for us. I feel like this was made for us Canadian folk. Maybe it's folks overseas.
All his exes.
Some people talking about y'all gonna act like, you know, they're not gonna play this at every summer festival and all this other stuff.
No,
and things
that-
like
I-
that.
They probably
I-
will because Drake makes that type of music.
But what song though?
It ain't gonna be my cup of tea.
Which song?
I don't know. I haven't heard it. So
It just personally ain't.
I haven't
my cup of
heard
tea.
one
I
song
never-
that I really can say like, yeah, that's a summer banger, bro. Like,
I never seen like this much hate. I won't say hate, but like
man, hey, it's just honest.
this much like
Disdain.
dogging disdain for a Drake album. This is funny. This is funny as hell. Like everybody saying, even Drake fans. This dude who even said Drake is a better artist than Michael Jackson said this album wasn't good. We don't get to that.
Do we know this person?
You don't. Joe
Oh,
might.
okay, I was about to say.
Joe might, but I'm not sure. So, yeah. But with the big three, all have released the albums. It's been
Within
like
the
a
last year.
within the last year. Drake, J. Cole, and K. Dot. Who has the best album, y'all think?
I'm going with, for
It's
me,
hard.
I'm going with J. Cole. Off season, I feel like that's J. Cole's best album to date.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't think it's the best album to date, but it's good that he finally, dropped the album with features and that he not focusing on the concept, not for real.
What do you think was his best album?
Forest Hills Drive.
I want to say that, or I want to say,
I'll say Born Center.
actually Born Center.
Yeah, I gonna say Born Center.
Born Center?
What's the truth?
Just the truth.
It
Born
was the
Center.
truth.
It was ahead of his time.
It was fair.
It was definitely ahead of his time.
Oh.
If it came out now, I think it'd been rated higher.
Yeah.
It would be rated higher if it came out now, I feel like. Or
I don't. It was ahead of its time. I give you that, and it had all the bangers on there.
Yeah.
Trouble.
But I
One
feel
of the
like,
best interludes ever.
No, you ain't gotta get
Oh,
Trouble.
I don't gotta walk.
Mo niggas. Goddamn. What's it called? Vilmatic. Power Trip.
Runaway.
Don't get it twisted. That was a phenomenal album.
She knows.
But off season, I feel like he finally let it all.
He let
go.
loose.
Yeah.
He let
Like
loose.
he wasn't trying
he let
to
his
like
hair down.
on what
He
was
let-
it?
No pun intended.
The one where he had to picture the kids and the water.
For your eyes only.
with the water
KOD.
can- KOD.
KOD.
I feel like with KOD, he had a point to prove. I can do this shit, just me.
Right.
And I
And
feel
for
like,
your eyes only too.
and I feel like from that point to off season, he was just like, I need to figure this shit out my way. Do it. I was just gonna be all me. But then he realized, like, okay, I can just do this shit. And he did that shit, and that shit was fire. Like, he had bars.
Mm-hmm. He did. I feel like he kind of feel like he had to feed into that meme because at the Forest Hill 2014 drop, that one thing kept hit. The first album that went platinum since what? Nas? Without a feature since what? A Nas album?
Yeah.
Was it Illmatic? I don't know. I forgot. But like the first album that went platinum for that, and then people kept saying that, so he's like, oh, I got to do another one. He was like, oh, I got to do another one.
Yeah.
So then it's like, I did 3 in a row without no features. Trying to do this, when you let my hair down or whatever, it just giving these bars and that's it. No concept, no nothing, not trying to tell a story.
Right, and I
Just give
appreciate
you
it.
these bars.
I thought you was gonna say For Your Eyes Only. I would have gave you For Your Eyes Only.
For your eyes only 2.
Like,
forget about that.
Like if you would have said For Your Eyes Only, I would have backed out.
Low
But-
key though, I really hate folding clothes. I get it,
Me too.
but I hate folding clothes.
You get it within the concept,
I
but
get
but as a track, yeah, I
As a
feel
track, I hate folding clothes. I really hate it. But I love what Deja Vu. And what's that song? The first song, Real Niggas Don't Die.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the outro.
the outro too. That's one of the best
Phenomenal.
outros. Phenomenal.
But going back to the what?
Do you know that sample he used is from Lupin the Third?
Swear.
Yeah.
That's
I was
what's
looking
up.
up all these samples and stuff. It was
That's
like,
what's up.
It was like anime samples used and stuff like that. And yeah,
TikTok.
it was YouTube.
Oh, okay. But back to the topic. Between the three, I'm going with J. Cole. Kendrick is second, and it's like a close second. And then you got Certified
Yeah,
Lover Boy,
Boy.
and that ain't even a knock against Drake. It's just
It is what it is,
right.
right?
Like I fucks with Certified Lover Boy.
I mean,
But but he dropped the album today, so does that take place of the? You know what I mean?
No,
We're-
like
honestly,
this
never mind. Because I was gonna
Honestly,
say like, but I'm gonna go. I'm with Joe on this. I'm gonna go with J. Cole, but Kendrick right there because Kendrick, he delivered.
I'll say all of them
It's been a
rapping at
long
high
time, and I
level.
feel like he delivered.
All of them rapping at a high level.
Absolutely.
So,
But it's just K. Dot talking on some other stuff.
he is.
You know what I mean? But J. Cole talks, but he's more related. I feel
more
like it's still
relatable.
the
He
same
makes
as
it
it's
straight
been
to
for
the point.
years.
Like, you have to listen to, you have to give K-Dot a few more listens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For you to finally get the grasp. He's kind of like Lupe. J. Cole, straight to the point. Like, he made that concept album, For Your Eyes Only.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he told his full story, I honestly got that on the first way through. Like, once I replayed the first song again, I'm like, oh, it's just like a full circle. Like,
shout out to all the people that hate that. Shout out to all the toxic people that hate that Kendrick song. We Cry Together, I think is what it's called.
I love that song.
Because I feel like only toxic people are really pissed about that song because you really live that life.
I feel like if you truly
like
toxic,
people like this is the most garbage song, and I'm like, bro, no, not at all. Like this just
if you're truly
to me
toxic, I feel like that song should turn you on. If you're truly toxic,
because you're a Gemini.
man.
No, I mean I look at it this way, like not being toxic or nothing. I look at it this way, it's just facts though.
It is
to me the song just make you like, you know, people like it's garbage and stuff. But to me it lets you show you. You know what I'm saying? What some people be looking like and what you really dealing with out here.
I feel like,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
like
think it's garbage at all. I just feel like if you relate to it and you're in a current relationship, y'all need to have a discussion. Y'all need to have TED Talk or some shit. Like, y'all need to sit down and just like
with Jada.
Right.
No, that might make it worse.
Right.
I'm sorry. They're probably gonna make it worse.
Bruh, they had this picture. It's like Star Awards. It's like a Star Wars poster.
Damn.
Jada in the hood looking at the Sith. Listen to I'm sorry. Honestly, never mind. What?
Stephen A. responds to Skip Bayless.
Oh shoot!
But that ain't what we talking about.
Right.
Oh man! Shout out to Jada.
Kevin Gates released the album. Oh, I didn't get my opinion. I'm with y'all probably. J. Cole. I will actually say it's kind of, maybe it's a tie. I don't know. I feel like both of them are rapping at a high level, and I fucks with it. So
Like all three of them rapping at a high level.
Yeah.
To be honest.
True. But yeah, you know, we're more on the side of J. Cole. Like J. Cole, our dude. So
Yeah.
you know, but Kevin Gates released an album.
Oh, I've heard a couple tracks. No, I mean I heard a couple tracks. So he going in, man. To give you a better breakdown, I got to listen to the whole thing. But the intro was definitely fire. He's spitting, but like Joe said, man, that little stint he did in jail kind of messed up his whole momentum that was going on that he had years back. But I mean, he Kevin Gates. I mean, he's still doing it at a pretty decent level to me.
Right.
So, do you think this last, like you said, the little stint slowed him down? So, do you think what just recently happened with him and his wife in the news is probably like a publicity stunt? With him, supposedly they be in an open marriage and him dating somebody, it's a reality story, right? Or whatever. But then his wife, you know, supposedly having an affair back on somebody else, and then him releasing a song talking about his wife and like things he would do to other women in the industry. Would y'all say that's a publicity stunt?
But this is my. You know what? I don't know because I don't see Kevin Gates as the publicity stunt kind of dude, though.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? I definitely feel he's an emotional type guy. You know what I'm saying? But he'll get his get back. But I don't see him pulling a publicity stunt though.
Yeah, he definitely. You got to be emotional if you do a diss track to your wife. He released that.
I don't say a diss track talking about what you gonna do to somebody's rear parts.
Right. To another person.
You know, yeah. I don't say a diss track saying you respect Jigga, but you want to take
to
Beyonce to Pound Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about it, Joe? Yeah.
I heard some of it, but I ain't. Wow.
You ain't talking about it. Yeah. Like, damn, bro.
Could it be a publicity stunt?
I think that probably.
I don't know.
I mean, nothing's
I don't
out
know.
of the realm of, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say nowadays nothing's out of the realm of possibility.
Because it got people talking. It definitely got people talking about Kevin. Because, like, nobody was even, like, talking about Kevin Gates for real.
Yeah. And again, that little Slim in jail fucked his movement up because that nigga was on it.
Yeah.
But
Like, everybody was saying, like I said, I don't get tired.
right, but that album is pretty hard. I mess with it. Shout out to you every time you drop something.
So, the Bayhive has been going really crazy this past week because, first off, Beyonce, she removed all her profile pictures from her social media accounts and stuff like that. So they're thinking like, oh, another album must be coming soon. And I think she has some merch you could just buy with a box, but you can't just open it yet or something. Or maybe you can open it now. It's just like, you don't even know what's inside. But
Tell me what to do.
that shit sold out fast as fuck. But comes to find out, she is dropping an album called Renaissance. And supposedly one of the producers on there is Raphael Sadiq. If you don't know who Raphael Sadiq is, he's the lead singer from Tony. So,
Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
I know he's gonna come back.
Boom.
So,
Boom.
hey, looks promising or whatever.
Boom, boom.
But you know, I feel like in the industry today, Beyonce is probably like the queen, king, the master of these rollouts. I feel like, you know, surprising folks just doing different things.
I don't know.
You don't think who you think over that? Boosie? Not just playing.
Whoa. Whoa.
Because you know Boosie, he be saying some random shit.
No, I was gonna say Yay.
That's true too.
Mr. Yay.
That's true.
And what was the question? Or what was
Who you would say
The
is
king
the
or
master,
queen, the master of these rollouts.
Album rollouts.
Gotta be Kanye. Ye does the most when he about to drop an album.
On some fucking
Run for president.
Running for president. They trying to keep me away from my kids. You just dropped them off at school this morning.
Oh, damn, Jared. Oh,
that was so funny,
bro.
though, that he was like,
Damn.
"They're trying to keep me away from my kids," and all this other stuff. And Kim comment, "You just saw him. You just dropped him off this morning at school." Like,
But
Damn.
yeah,
I'm gonna buy a house across from my BM.
so clearly, yeah. He does the most when he about to drop
What
an
else
album.
is it? I feel like slavery was a choice. That's not me saying, but the quote, yeah.
No,
Right.
definitely. We
Before he dropped the album, yeah, he gave over that controversy,
But
just doing
I got-
outrageous shit.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm excited about Beyonce's album. Lemonade, don't Beehive, please don't come for me. I'm sorry. But Lemonade really made me a fan of Beyonce.
Yeah, I know.
Like that album
You
was
fuck with that shit.
very transparent. The production was beautiful. She was singing her ass off.
And you know who's happy for the album too?
Hmm?
Mike Tyson. Saw him in a Bumblebee suit,
He was in a
dancing,
Bumblebee suit.
dancing, and posted it too. It's like, hey, Beyonce coming out.
And I ain't gonna lie,
Hey, he's comfortable in his true self. Hey,
I ain't got nothing to say bad about it.
right. Let that man
That's
be
Mike
comfortable.
fucking Tyson.
Yeah,
Michael
let that man be
Tyson. Huh? You got it, bro.
His true self. I just want to know what happened. This might be going off tangent. They dropping that Mike Tyson movie. What happened to Jamie Foxx being Mike Tyson though?
Who's Mike Tyson?
Some other dude.
Damn. I feel like it would have been did more numbers than Mike Tyson if he was Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx be hitting them bangers in these type of movies, dog.
I feel like they thought they had the budget for Jamie Foxx.
Oh.
It was like they was honestly never mind. We saw how much you wanted.
Hey, dude, you want to play the movie?
You look more like him though. You do look more like him. But you know, Jamie, he be with those impressions.
Right, he be with the shits. What was that? Ray? What else he done did? He did did a buy on somebody. Wasn't that violin movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did that shit too. Even his version, his original version of Electro, the one in No Way Home is cool, but he's like more hardcore or whatever. Not No Way Home, Far From Home.
Yeah.
No, is it No Way Home? I forget. Whatever.
No Way Home.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, DJ Academics, he made some crazy comments about minors. Basically, this was from years ago. And he was saying, you know, like they all act around the same age as they 17, 20, 21, something like that.
2013.
Oh, you got what he actually said?
Yeah, and to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and 17-year-old. Just kind of means one's a minor and one's not a minor. But listen, I will say I adopted this rule, which I think is fine. I said, listen, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting fucked. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She gonna get this dick. End quote.
So what? In 2013, he was 22.
Yeah, bro.
It's not okay, my guy.
Hold on.
I don't know. Like some things you just shouldn't say.
Right.
Honestly, and especially if they're dealing with it. I just feel like the only way you can say that if you're like what we said, a fresh 19-year-old and you're in college with the girl or whatever, you know.
Because technically, you're still a teen.
Yeah.
19.
DJ, I don't know. Shit always resurfaces. He really should have thought about when he said that.
Yeah. I'm taken aback by a couple things. The
Yeah.
fact that
Yeah.
the fact that he was actually saying these words though, like getting effed, get this D, and the fact he was 22, and the fact that DJ Academic's been around for a decade.
He has been around a decade.
That's
I'm
just
gonna give
ridiculous
him
to
the
me.
benefit because, like, when you're 22, though, you still dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
You still dumb as fuck.
Not
as
everybody.
22 years old. I would say if he was
Right
on the
now,
other
fully
side
de-
of 25,
Your brain don't fully develop till you're 25.
25. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But not
he was dumb
everybody
as
though.
fuck. But
I mean, when
I
you
wouldn't
turned
be saying
21,
that,
you
though.
wouldn't. You knew not to go to no 17-year-old. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, you'd be surprised.
bruh, but yeah, I mean,
I'm saying you in general though. I'm saying you
No.
personally
Oh.
knew. Like, nah,
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
not happening.
But I would say, like, on college campuses, like,
I'm sure. Yeah.
these older guys, as soon as the freshmen come in,
Mm-hmm.
and they be like 26.
Yeah, that's weird behavior there for a fact.
Praying on freshmen.
That's the only reason why you
Bro, you
still in
almost
school.
10 years older than this girl. You 9 years old. Leave her alone.
Wow.
Leave her alone.
Why are you here, my guy?
You really not focused. You shouldn't even be.
What's
with
your
us
major?
at all.
Right.
Like, you should just go to class and just go.
Right.
Go home.
He said, "Go home.
Go to class and go,
Go
home.
to your kids and your wife.
Bruh, don't
Yo.
no reason to be social with us. Like,
Go to your house where you pay a mortgage."
we see you homecoming. Homecoming, you can hang out with your people.
Oh,
Homecoming, you can hang out
no.
with your people.
But what's next, Fred?
Pull it up with the car seats in the back.
So, Tupac birthday was what? Yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
Yep. Happy birthday to Tupac. His birthday just recently passed. And Biggie's birthday was last month on the 21st. You know, what's much to say about them two legends, you know?
They literally have been seen and can be seen as the two most influential people
That's correct.
to hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson of hip hop.
You can say that too. Definitely, yeah. You can say they usher in a new era of like the 90s hip hop as well, you know. They, you know.
Bars.
They definitely ushered in the era of.
Beef.
Well, Biggie ushered in the era of flossing. To me,
It was a red
about
Kim?
the style. I mean, yeah, he
Rakim
did
was
it,
there,
but
but Biggie was known.
No, yeah.
yeah, like Biggie, like
The style. You
start
said the
talking about
Cookie song.
Versace and Coogee and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. And Tupac.
Big
I mean, what
ass
can you say
tees,
about
straight
him?
tees.
Some people say like, oh, he wasn't the most lyrical, but dude, he
As an artist?
talked about everything, bro.
Yeah.
That like he
And that also-
mastered the culture. Like
that
he ain't
also
mastered. He
depends-
was from the culture.
That also depends on what your definition of lyricism is. Like, my nigga told a story.
Right.
You can't tell me Brenda
Yeah,
had a
right.
baby wasn't lyrical.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying me personally.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying that's what people say.
Yeah. I mean, I can see what people saying that, but at the same time,
I
too,
can't.
Like, well, if you talking about lyrically between him and Biggie, like who would rap circles about who technicality?
I think that's
would.
preference.
I feel like Biggie could rap circles.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
but I also feel like I think that's preference.
that's true too. But like we said, like just as an artist, period, like of being known and like popularity,
Yeah.
Tupac all day. You know.
Oh heck yeah.
For real, you know. Just his star power and stuff.
And I feel
His
like
charisma.
he had definitely had a earlier start
Oh
than
yeah.
Biggie.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's where what makes me sad about the situation is I just wish I would love to see where they would be now.
If it wasn't for that.
Yeah,
They
for
did
them
that.
both passing, super
Yeah.
young like that. I would love to see if they could have squashed it. I would love to see how they would evolve musically, though. You know what I mean? They was just really. I mean,
feel you.
Tupac had a number of albums, but Biggie just was really starting.
He only had 2.
Yeah, and one was after he died, right? Came out after he died, though.
It did.
Correct.
I was like right before or after. It was like I thought it was like right before. I don't know.
But yeah, I would love to see where they would be right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
and that's what really sucks.
I know. I feel the same way about them too, and Aaliyah.
Yeah.
You know how would they evolve with music, and now like how
Oh,
would the
definitely.
game be now with them? Being legends and shit. Right now, but definitely. Yeah, it's just sad, man. And you're right about Tupac. Like he was out for a minute. Like he started off as just like a backup dancer for like Digital Underground or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And then look where it took him from there. Like he was really grinding out there. Tupac, Man, big ups to both of them. Happy birthday, man. You guys really left your mark on the game. We can definitely say that, like, honestly. So did 50 Cent usher in a new era of thug hip hop?
Gangster.
Gangster rap, gangster. I don't know. I mean, I would say it probably is like the next generation of it, for like the early 2000s. Like, because you had, your 90s gangster rappers, and then like your late 80s and stuff was led into the 90s. But for like the early 2000s stuff, like he probably was the next version, the next generation of like gangster hip hop, thug hip hop. For the simple fact, he mentioned himself. I said, I got shot 9 times and all this stuff. When he first came out, he was just trying to like get hot. He made like Teach You How to Rob, drop that song.
Get a grind.
And it was just like talking about how you rob every artist in the industry. That shit was crazy. Like for you to come out, yeah, came out super spicy.
My nigga came out zestier than the motherfucker.
Like you give no fucks whatsoever talking about all these people. Like that shit was crazy. But then all the drama and stuff he got into afterwards when he got hot with Murder Inc. and them, and who else? Even some of the people on his own label, like The Game and stuff. They just like drama just kept surrounding him.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that it's probably stuff that we was younger, so it's probably stuff that I'm just forgetting or looking over or whatever. But like when, besides the Biggie Tupac or East Coast West Coast thing, it died down. To me, there wasn't that many conversations and stuff like that. Right. When 50 came out, bro, it was stuff every week or something like that, like left or right. I was watching an interview. I was watching a podcast called My Expert Opinion.
Well, you said nothing real since Biggie and Tupac. What about Nas and Jay-Z?
But there wasn't no.
But it really wasn't any.
Like niggas getting stabbed. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like,
okay,
yeah,
I get what y'all saying.
Yeah, but with 50, niggas getting stabbed up.
Yeah.
Having shootouts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Bizarre was saying, we was just having fun, happy-go-lucky, having fun on tours, and then when 50 came along, we had to start rocking bulletproof vests. like we had extra security, right. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that is just like, that's where I, posed the question that was because it's like, it seemed like it, because when you think about it, who was hot at that time? You had Nelly.
Huh.
Hey, don't
Hey, man.
don't hate on Nelly. Nelly was
He was breaking them numbers back
yeah.
then.
Nelly was had like diamond.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you
Oh
comparing them, when
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
when
You
compare them to
had
50 Cent,
Nelly.
That's a huge.
Right, yeah, you had Nelly. You had
Outkast and Diamond too, right?
Yeah,
Well, that was a little later.
But I'm saying like in that era in between after
But they
Biggie
were
and stuff.
still, Love Below.
Yeah.
That's what Diamond. But that was that was 2003.
But would you still consider that like the 50 Cent era though?
That was.
yeah, you
That was
know?
2003.
So you got Nelly, Outkast, rappers like that, and you got
Right.
50.
That's a huge. That's a big difference.
And you had Smooth Jay-Z
Yes,
at the time.
You had Little John and all his peeps.
Crunk music.
Crunk music.
That ain't
Bone
really.
Crusher
I mean,
and
yeah. You could kind of say it was.
It wasn't gangsta.
It wasn't really gangster. It was just
It was
okay.
crunk.
We in right. We in the club.
Punch a nigga.
Right, yeah, like it wasn't really, it wasn't really gangsta music.
What you gonna
but
do?
Yeah,
Shit.
right.
Like it was crunk music. Like I'm hyping
Get you
this
turned
bitch,
up,
what you gonna
yeah.
do about it? Like,
But you went from
50
that Ludacris, you know what I'm saying? Like you had like
yeah.
fun
You
type
yeah.
rapping people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. You right.
and then 50 came in. It's just like, damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
Man.
man, bruh. Anybody rap that song, bro? Right. Anybody rap that song though? Like,
Bruh,
bruh.
that shit was a hit.
I ain't gonna lie. You had a classic fit. Like I give you that. He dropped a classic with Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
Bruh,
that
that's
is
probably like
and see, I'm
one
glad
of
I
the
didn't
best
say it.
first albums.
I'm glad I didn't say it during the
Introduction
Biggie and
album.
Tupac segment. But what was it? Rolling Stones came out with a best 100 song.
200
I mean albums. And Ready to Die, was it by Biggie?
Yeah.
That was number 1. Best album of all time. Best hip hop album of all time. And I love Biggie.
When was this?
Just like a week ago.
Bro,
maybe a week
but
ago.
look, bro. But they had Illmatic was number 32.
Was it wasn't
Wait,
on
wait,
there.
wait, wait. They had Watch the Throne in the lower high 30s.
Hold up, but they had Illmatic at number 32, but like Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy
Was on-
like,
it was on
like
the top
number
list.
60 like was higher than. But supposedly it was no order. Supposedly,
Are we doing numbers or are we doing bars?
and that's
Right.
just crazy.
Are we
That's
doing
what people
content?
like.
Or are we doing
I ain't
for the
mad at
culture?
them
What are
doing
we
that.
doing?
I
Like,
am.
I ain't.
Because
We're number
goddamn-
one. I mean, it's number one. I ain't mad at that. I don't
When you
know.
got shit like 50, like, it's a classic. I give you that. But I ain't gonna lie, maybe this a hot take. I would have respected if they would have said 50 album.
Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying?
What number would they have? Did they have that?
I don't even remember because I
It was
was
in the hundreds.
I only checked like the top 30.
This was who? Rolling Stones?
Rolling
Yeah.
Stones.
I remember seeing it, but I can't. I remember.
I just know people.
I remember
were so
it was
mad
some
at
numbers
that.
on there. It was some albums on there that was blasphemy, like in the top.
Let's see.
What you got?
Top 200. Oh, you gonna make me work for it. Yeah, you about to make. Number 200 is Astro World. Just made the list. Oh, I can just do it up here. I'm doing the top 20. I said top 20, not top 50. 20 to 1.
But yeah, it's definitely could be in the top 10. Get Rich or Die
20. Future Dirty Sprite 2.
Honestly, never mind with that list. Honestly,
19 Lil Kim Hardcore.
Bro, they rated that higher than 2014 Hills Drive, right?
18 Mad Villainy. 17 Yeezus.
Man,
16 Invasion of Privacy.
Yeah, that was
15.
higher than Illmatic.
so it was
15.
rated double Illmatic.
15 Paid in Full. Eric and Oh Boy. 14 Supreme Clientele. Ghostface Killer. 13 Dr. Dre 2001. 12 Clips Lord Wildin'. 11 Drake Take Care. 10 Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I don't get that. I'm not mad at it, but I don't get it. I wouldn't consider her a rapper.
She raps sometimes.
Oh, she spits.
But-
She spits, but
the album-
that album was
right.
mostly
She's
R&B.
definitely more of a rapper than Doja Cat, and I don't care what they
Number
say.
9.
Y'all can come for me.
Right.
Y'all
Right.
Number 9, Tribe Called Quest, The Low End Theory. Number 8,
Okay.
Wu-Tang, Enter the Wu-Tang.
Damn.
Okay.
Number 7, Missy Elliott, Missy So Attractive.
Mm.
Ooh. Number 6, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Would that be in the top 10?
I've been telling
Let's
y'all
see
that's
if
the
I-
album,
Ooh.
bro.
I know. That's his best album.
Number 5, To Pimp a Butterfly. Number 4,
Okay.
It Takes a Nation of Millions, Public Enemy. Number 3, The Blueprint. Number 2, Stank On
I ain't mad at that.
Oh wow.
You. Number 1, Ready to Die. Now, a little bit of context.
That top 20 though is ass.
A little bit of context. That
Yeah,
top
there's
five
multiple.
that top 5 was hard.
Yeah.
That top 6 was hard. Number 40, Dr. Dre The Chronic. 39, The
Right.
Carter 3.
39. Man,
38, Good Kid, Mad City. 37, Raekwon, Only Built for Cuban
I think
Links.
J. Cole's 32.
36, Chance the Rapper, Acid Rain. 35, Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style.
Okay.
34, Various Artists, Sugar Hill Record Store. 33,
For my time.
right. 33, De La Soul, 3 Feet and Rising, 3 Feet High and Rising.
That's what J. Cole got his.
32, Chief Keef, Finally Rich.
Oh, that's 32. What Forest Hill Drive?
31, Pink Friday. 30, Beastie Boys, Paul's Bouquet. 29, Tupac, All Eyes on Me. This list
What?
is asser and asser. Next one, 28, Mobb Deep, The Infamous. 27, Outkast,
Alchemina?
yeah, Aquafina.
Yeah.
Mean.
Yeah.
26, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Some people say that's better than the Blueprint.
I agree. Next one, Eminem, The Marshall Mathers LP. That's pretty low. Number 24, Illmatic.
Yeah, that's what.
man,
That's
stop
what
it.
they got it at
23, Riding Dirty, UGK. Next one,
I ain't
22,
mad.
DMX is Hot as Hell.
I feel like that should be a little higher.
Ooh.
One of the DMX albums.
Number 21, The Drought 3.
What?
The Drought?
That's not even an album.
20, oh, that's 20 now.
Man, they put
32.
the Carter 3-way. Man, that's
So what they have
nuts.
Forest Hill
I'm
Drive?
about to look for it.
That's nuts.
So they had Dirty
The
Sprite
Carter
2.
3 had like 38.
That-
Are you serious?
I'm going to 60 to 40.
All Eyes on Me at like 20,
Right.
whatever he said.
Ooh, 60. Damn.
Forest Hill
Damn!
Drive is 60?
No, damn.
Oh.
Oh, no, damn.
59, Life After Death. 58, Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. 57, Beastie Boys, License to Ill. 56, No Name, Room 25. 55, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight.
Marauders? Number 55?
54, Migos, Culture. 53, Salt and Pepper, Hot, Cool, and Vicious. 52, Kanye West, College Dropout.
I wish y'all could see
That's
what y'all doing at Jerry.
disrespectful.
I wish y'all could see what y'all doing at Jerry
53.
Rolling Stones right now.
Salt and Pepper, Hot, Cool, and Vicious. 52, College Dropout. 51, The Roots,
Jesus
The Things Fall
Christ.
Apart.
It's got to be the 40s now. I think it might be
This
40s.
is nuts.
Low More.
College dropout at 52?
What was it? 50? EPMD, Strictly Business. 49, NWA, Straight Outta Compton. 48, J Dilla, Donuts. 47, Missy Elliott, Super Duper Fly. 56, Tyler the Creator, Call Me If You Lost. Shout out to you, Tyler.
Yeah.
55, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out.
Have y'all seen that video? For real, with Tyler and Cash Out. You see the video? That video raw.
Cash
the
Out.
video of Cash Out.
I'm trying to find it, Fred.
I forgot what number it was.
41, late registration. Chronic 40. Damn! This shit ain't even in the
Keith?
60s?
Can you put Control F and to find it? Let me find it.
Hey, that's horrible. You got to do that.
Control F force.
Control F.
Or you just put it in. I know y'all got different shortcuts at Apple's.
Yeah.
I'm just about to Google.
That's crazy.
Right.
Man.
Hey Google. J. Cole, Rolling Stones, 100 albums all time. I said it wrong. Anywho, when you find it, let us know.
Dude, this is nuts.
I just know.
Damn, Pop Smoke made the list. It's 192, but Tricky the Ruler made the
132.
list.
What song? What
132?
132. Forest Hill Drive.
The disrespect. So
Yo,
you tell me-
all them albums that, like, it was like a bunch of dope albums below that. You can see, but like all them.
this album's that list is bullshit.
Bruh.
Y'all gotta be talking numbers.
They got
because
Pink
you can't be
Friday.
talking bars.
Man.
Carter 3?
Invasion of Privacy.
We gotta- We gotta move on. We've been talking this
Right.
too long, man.
Carter
I'm
3 should
sorry,
have been
y'all.
top 20.
Sorry, man. But
Skip through about 5 minutes when y'all get to this if y'all want to sit here and
bruh.
listen to our bewilderment.
So Tank came out and says Chris Brown is more talented than Michael Jackson.
Who said it?
Tank. When we.
I mean,
it depends on what aspect.
I don't even want a dog tank like that, to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
I mean, who is he on the
R&B tip.
no, he's
He's
on
on.
his own. I mean,
Yeah.
he's Tank. We actually know who he is, but if you say his name, we'd know.
Yeah.
But like, who is he? He's not the Simon Cowell of talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You are not the musical historian.
I mean, true,
You
but
know?
he does have somewhat of a point. But my question is prefaced by what does he mean by talent? Is he saying all encompassing?
Or
You
is
know
he
what I'm saying?
leaving
Like,
straight
like,
music?
or is he talking about straight music, performance, writing? You know what I mean? That's what I want to
If
know.
you're talking about the overall talent, then okay, I
Oh yeah,
guess.
heck yeah.
Because, you know, Chris
Have you
Brown
seen Stomp the Yard?
could draw. You seen Moonwalker, the movie? You
But-
seen Men in Black 3? Or was it Men in Black 2?
Probably two.
He was in 2.
But I'm saying though, I mean,
I know
yeah,
what
if
you're
you're
talking
talking about all that though, I mean,
Yeah.
he
But
can.
if you're
He
bringing
can
Michael
draw. He
Jackson,
can paint. He
my whole
can.
thing is, if you're bringing Michael Jackson into the conversation, I feel like you're talking about music.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Or what
right.
encompasses music for
and
music
performing,
and
right.
arts. His performing arts.
Yeah, performing arts.
That's
and if
why.
you're going that route, you're blasphemous. Like, first off, gotta give props to Chris Brown because you goated out here.
Yeah.
You're goated out here. And that's just a fact. But if you're talking about who's more talented on the music end, like, Michael Jackson made all this shit relevant. He gave y'all niggas the key to do this shit. Granted, he may have not wrote his own music like Prince.
Yeah.
But
Or play as many instruments. But
his talent alone, the way his charisma and his musical talent captured, and his genius when in these musical videos.
that's almost at his visionary status in these musical videos. Like, I want this shit done. Like, he didn't make music videos. He made films for real, for real.
Right.
If we wanna
Even
be-
when he was older.
Yeah.
You Rock My World was tough as hell.
Bro, that was like a 7-minute video.
I'm not even gonna lie
That
to
was
you.
a short movie too.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Yeah, when he got older, butterflies, You Rock My World,
You give me
bruh.
What's the other one?
He was he was
That's
still
it,
at the
Heaven
top.
Can't Wait.
Yeah,
That's
he
my
was
shit.
still
Everybody
at the
always talk
top.
about butterflies, but Heaven Can't
Yeah,
Wait.
he was still at the top.
Bruh.
The range,
And
the
people
performance.
forgetting about like how well he can sing. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, that's when I show you that one video, YouTube video
Yeah.
about like how he just sing every track of like and layered it up from like Thriller and all them other old songs. It's like that boy can sing. You forgot, like, you know, when you think of singing, you think of young Michael, but older Michael can sing too.
Well, this
You
is
can
what
act with that shit.
you know what's funny? My coworker told me she hated Young Michael Jackson 5.
Why?
She hated his voice. She said she can't listen to no Jackson 5 nothing. She hates when his voice was. But he's another one, bro, that I just wonder where he would be, bro. Because there's this story about him wanting the hard beats from Pharrell. The beats, you know what I'm saying, that he was giving other people. And he really called Pharrell like, oh, I want that. I want these beats. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have seen what he would, because he seemed like a genuine person that would work with almost anybody too, though. So that would be amazing.
You heard about the story that the beat that T-Pain made? It was supposed to be him, Usher, and Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
all in one
I have
song.
heard that. Yeah,
and then Usher Peoples accidentally leaked it, and Michael was like, "Nah, the reference track."
Damn.
Usher Peoples.
He called up.
Bro, that's
shit.
Bruh.
He was like,
and that was supposed to be pretty good.
He said, "I'm sorry, T, but I don't do business like that."
Click.
Yep. Facts. Facts, because there is stories of Michael Jackson. He was really a G though. Like,
bro, you see,
he was no nonsense dude. And it is funny because you don't see him like that, but dude wasn't playing no games when it came to business though.
He wasn't, like you said, like what's his name? Was Cisco from Drew Hill met him. He said like he gave him the blackest dap ever. Like you might see him as all like this soft spoken stuff. And it's that one video of him in the back of the limousine when he just like MJ talking shit, like look at them titties. I love Michael Jackson. Like, yo, he talking like that, like titties.
Yep. In the infamous video of the We Are the World.
And him looking at the white people.
That is my favorite video, man. Whenever I'm feeling down, whenever a Trump supporter
is it Prince in that too?
Show something, I don't know. They probably was separated, but
they were.
Whenever a Trump supporter say something crazy or Trump say something crazy, I just go look at that video. It just reminds me that.
And while we talk about Tupac and Biggie too, like I wish, or like other artists who make songs together, like Drake and J. Cole, like I really wish that Prince and Michael would have like,
man. I just said that was like a dumb feud though.
The hatchet and shit.
From what I heard, it was just a dumb feud. Like
it was just dumb feud, created by media or some shit like that.
Yeah,
kind of like how they do with Beyonce and Rihanna or some shit like that.
Yeah, but from what I heard, it had to do with too is that Prince was, I ain't gonna say jealous, but he was upset that. It's the same topic we have right now about talent, and so he was upset that he was an overall better musician and songwriter, stuff like that, but he didn't get the recognition like that. Mm-hmm. But also it had to do with the record labels and stuff too, because that's why he changed to the symbol, because they was taking his. You know what I'm saying? They had all his masters stuff. Like, they was, it was too much control. They was controlled too much. But, yeah, it had something to do with that. Like, he feel like he was not getting the respect he should have as a musician. They always talk about Michael, but he's like, dude, I literally play every instrument. Everything you hear on my tracks, bro, just like me. Like, right, yeah, like, yeah, right. Right, for real.
I think only Stevie Wonder could probably say that. That one album, he played, like, every instrument. Shout out to Stevie.
People say.
Yeah, man, but
what we got up next, Friday?
Yeah, man, but like Tank, man, Chris Brown. I know Chris Brown probably your guy, but
yeah,
Mike is the template.
Tank has said more blasphemous or weirder things than that. So
Tank, you created the Can We Talk challenge, but sounded ass on that. So that's what I'm gonna say.
I didn't even know that happened.
He was the first one to start the Can We Talk challenge and sounded ass.
Like Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk?
Yeah, you don't remember everybody tried to sing that Can We Talk? Because that's like in the higher vocal range, especially for men. And Tank tried to do it. And he was the first one.
I'm not a hater on Tevin Campbell, but I mean,
damn, you say he's ass?
No, he was ass trying to do that.
Oh, Tank. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you were calling Tevin
Campbell.
Can We Talk is a Negro spiritual, even though it might be a stalker song. It's another Negro spiritual.
We'll have to do lyrics decoded for that. Because I never thought of that as a stalker song.
Oh yeah, even Tevin Campbell came out and said that. But Eminem released a song, the King and I song, supposed to be from the original motion picture soundtrack of the Elvis movie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I hope this isn't a great producer that, you know,
We listened to
I'm
it.
gonna be upset, you know, finding out that it was like Alchemist or somebody crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to put that on your name, but you know what I'm saying? Because that production was
Let's see.
not good at all.
That's what we were saying. Like
That
the production.
song was terrible to me. CeeLo tried to come in and sing his heart out, but it was all overshadowed by
Oh!
It's crazy, ain't it?
It's for real.
You know who it is.
Who produced Drake?
Yes.
Man, stop.
Stop that.
Dre who?
The doctor.
Eminem.
Dre from...
The track, co-produced by Eminem and Dr. Dre, was first teased in a widely circulated earlier listen from the red carpet premiere of Elvis.
Well, this is my question. Did he produce it? Or was he just like oversight?
Yeah, Eminem, CeeLo Green shared Dr. Dre produced new song "The King and I."
Damn, Dre. I told you before I prefaced it, I said I would feel so sorry. Did I not say that?
I'm going to say this, Dr. Dre. I respect it because you're getting your check. But
Maybe
are
he
we
did it on
really-
purpose because it's like, fuck Elvis.
I was just about to say that. Maybe that's what it was. Like,
So,
damn,
I feel
M
like
can rap
it's
on
our
anything
black-
here.
What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I can't think of the word. It is our black duty to express like this nigga Elvis stole rock and roll from black people.
Yeah.
This nigga was fucking with little kids.
He groomed a 14-year-old.
Which was his niece, wasn't it, or something like that?
I don't
Didn't he
know.
marry his
Yeah.
niece? Or
Legal
something
age
crazy
turned
like
It
that?
was
Wife.
14 though, turned into his wife. He was grooming her since she was 14.
And we're not gonna I'm gonna see the movie just to see if they acknowledge this shit.
I ain't gonna see shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna watch a spoiler
Jasmine
review.
Sullivan got a song on the soundtrack too.
And if this shit is whitewashed, then I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed in black people involved in this,
I'm disappointed that Tom Hanks in it. Because Tom Hanks my guy.
bruh. He's also Caucasian.
You right.
Shout out to our Caucasian listeners. We
Right.
don't want to offend, we don't
But
want to
if you
offend
get it,
guys.
you get it, and if you know, you know. Like, let's just call it what it is.
If you're a
We
true
called
ally,
we didn't call Bill Cosby out,
right?
You
and
right.
he was everybody's father.
You right.
We didn't call arguably the greatest R&B artist of all time out,
Kelly. You right.
and we not gonna call this nigga out.
Mm-hmm.
We not gonna call Elvis out.
Right.
Stole black people music, fucking with little kids.
Figgity facts.
Like, let's
Seriously,
just call it
yeah,
what it
like-
is.
Just call it what it
And
is.
it's seriously whitewashed. And they make this dude like. I was upset when y'all lucky that it was before the Batman. I believe it was the first time I saw the trailer, because if it was for anything else, I probably would have got up and walked out. Because y'all really made this dude sit up there like he's on par with Martin Luther King or Malcolm X
He was for
when it
civil
comes to the
rights.
civil rights part.
I ain't hear
You know.
man, this nigga was with us.
Man, not at all. Like,
You
As
was
an
an ally.
Jim.
Only
Right.
person I heard was ally with us was maybe JFK. And then he got his brains blew up.
nah, there was some. Yeah, true. Damn.
Damn, that ain't funny.
It ain't
Bruh,
funny.
they
It's
make-
sad, but
It's sad, but like, yeah. I mean, I know it was other white people, but mostly like celebrities from that time.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
The closest one was JFK.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Around that time, who's allies with us?
We cannot. Hey, he had that voice too,
You
though.
could tell he was from Boston.
Yeah. No, his
Or
friends.
Massachusetts somewhere.
Yeah, you know he was picked on. His friends probably had on white hoods.
Was he? The
If he
reason
was from-
why
if
this
he
nigga
was
got
from
shot
Boston, if he
'cause,
was from
like,
Boston.
his family and they had mob ties,
Oh,
and the rent was due.
Crazy.
But you know,
I just zoned out. That shit is that. This whole movie, this whole movement is like frustrating me because we really about to let this shit slide. Like we really about to let this shit slide with Elvis.
I don't think we're gonna let, because like a lot of people talking about it. I bet you. I mean, I don't say I bet you, but I bet you the box office numbers are not gonna be that good. They're gonna be probably okay to mid. We'll see.
I mean,
We'll see. Cause usually, like, you know, I feel like black people kind of decide what movies are hot or not.
Yeah,
I feel like
we're the culture. Like, just call it what you want. America has embraced and tried to steal black culture. What it means to be yourself, to be free. Like, but
Anywho, man. Hey, Joe, who would you say is a goated female R&B group out here?
goated. I don't want to take yours because I already know where you're going.
I mean, just off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, we on the same page. It's TLC. Like they revolutionized hip hop and R&B and that whole little
Bruh,
mix.
They came out with a different swag and ended up with a totally different swag. TLC. They came out with the baggy shit, big ass hat, left eye wearing condoms on her eye and shit like that. And made us on Ain't Too Proud to Beg.
Right.
And niggas was fucking with it. Everybody was fucking
and what's
with it.
crazy is they kept it going for a while because what happened? They created a whole nother epidemic with Scrubs.
Scrubs. And Creep too.
Creep.
Before that, the sexy
Chasing
stage.
Waterfalls. But if I'm talking about goated outside of TLC, just off my own personal preference, I'm going with between Destiny's Child
And that's Dub. It's Dub. And that's Dub.
I'm gonna pay homage. If we just throwing names out there, SWV, In Vogue, Escape. But I'm gonna also say Floetry. Like,
Oh yeah.
all you gotta do is say yes.
And I know Floetry made older songs, but I think that's probably like their most popular.
It's their most popular, and goddamn, it's a classic. Like, everybody knows Say Yes.
That's true. John, who you gonna go with?
did we say besides?
I was just throwing names out
Oh,
there.
okay.
Okay, I mean, what's at
Mine
the top
is
of your head?
TLC or Destiny's Child.
Okay.
I know who you gonna go with. Players is gonna
If the
play.
line, if my
Hey,
life
go to
was
Harry.
on the line, and it was up to me, if I had to pick a group to make a hit
That's the way.
to save my life, I will go with 3L Dub. Nah. They did give us Tasha.
They did give us Tasha.
No, but I mean, I'm gonna go with dude. See, it'd be hard because
Hey,
It'd be hard because, like, I think we go with nostalgia sometimes and like recency bias a little bit.
but
So I think we put. Of course, we're gonna see Destiny's Child. Like, we're gonna think them
They're
like right
probably
on
the
back
best commercial.
because they are.
Wait.
Because
I say Destiny's Child because let's not act like they ain't come out.
oh no, they had bangers, but
they probably the best commercially too.
they had bangers, but I think it was they came out at an influential time in our lives though.
Pay my bills.
They came out at an influential time in our lives though. You know what I mean? Like we was
I
at the
remember
age
they
where
first
we
single
was.
They dropped with no
You know what I'm saying?
and Wyclef.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So they're up there.
KBC.
I'm going to go with.
But some TLC stuff too, I kind of remember. And then with TLC, the fucking all that theme, like, bruh.
I can't even lie, man.
When I hear that theme, I get chills.
I can't even lie.
just think
Those
of
are
that
my.
time, like,
Those are my two. I gotta agree with Joe, but we can't forget about people
In Vogue.
like the Supremes.
Can't get my Supremes too. The originals.
That's a way throwback,
That's
but
a throwback. In a minute, Mr. Postman.
Hey, Mr. Postman.
but they set the tone though. I
They
mean,
definitely set the tone. And like I said, In Vogue was the template.
Floetry up there
And
too.
I feel like TLC broke the mold.
Floetry up there just off quality alone.
You can say that about Escape. And then, we can throw 702 in there. They had a few good bangers.
They had a couple.
They had a few. Maybe 3-0 Dub. But In Black. Smooth like a 808.
You laughing at 3-0 Dub, but they definitely made the top 20
I know.
R&B girl group.
Bruh,
So.
what's that one song with the girl with the list? Telling me to follow me. Broken promises.
No, yeah, the girl with the list. Hey, don't hate on her.
Bruh, I'm
Don't hate on her.
3-0 Dub Broken Promises.
Why would you give her all them S's, man? Why would you do that? Give her all them S's like that.
All right, man. We on the sports, man. We spend on music long enough, man.
That's the backbone of our podcast, bro. It's the music.
Man, hey. That's what we into. Shit. Boston couldn't get the job, man. Warriors are the NBA champs.
I swear Joe told me earlier that Steph Curry has passed LeBron on the greatest players of all time list.
He got the same number of rings as LeBron now.
That's really a
I'm not a
travesty.
LeBron special, but I was like, I really don't want Steph Curry to have the same amount of rings as LeBron.
I know LeBron in this bitch somewhere like, damn, where I come from? I'm just sitting here kicking it. Where I come from? Niggas.
Right, I'm outside playing basketball with my kids, on Instagram Live.
It's blasphemous if people are really out here saying Steph Curry's better than LeBron. Like, he's the greatest shooter ever. Yes, he's a better shooter than LeBron. Yes, he may have better handles than LeBron, but that's where it stops.
Yeah. Everything else?
Passing, LeBron. Getting to the hole, LeBron.
Pick and roll. Like, the people was like, I'm not saying LeBron created pick and roll, but, like, he made that shit for real. You don't think so?
No. Because Steve Nash was here with the pick and roll.
Oh my God.
Goddamn.
Oh, you're right.
He does that shit though.
Yeah.
Like the best of them. He does that shit like the best of them.
Yeah.
But shout out to the Warriors. When
Shout
they
out
got
to
to the
them.
finals, I didn't think the Celtics was gonna win because the Warriors have been here before.
Yeah.
So that was,
But you didn't expect at the beginning of the season for them to get
absolutely
this.
not. No one thought the Warriors was gonna the ring. No, because you had the Lakers, you had the Nets. Now everybody down on both them teams. You had Philly, you had the Bulls at one point. You still had the Bucks. You had Phoenix. And it's gonna look even more different next year.
But you know what they say now? KD rings look funny now because like Celtics got swept. I mean, the Celtics swept the Brooklyn Nets, and then
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But I mean, it's a different team. They got Wiggins now. They got Jordan Poole.
Even though they beat us, I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever I hear
a tougher team, right?
Whenever I hear KD, I forgot that man won. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I do not. KD and he was Finals MVP, but that doesn't. That's not the first thing that comes to my mind. Like I just totally forget that this dude won 2 rings, bro.
I be forgetting that too.
I'm not gonna lie,
I don't
like
know why, but I do. Like, oh shit, he was on the Warriors. I don't know.
no, but my most blasphemous thing I've heard was now this is my personal opinion, but they was and I'm sure Joe has seen this. They was having a debate. Is Curry top 10 NBA players of all time? They went through the top 10 list and they said, who would you eliminate? And they said Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I understand everybody say he played against white plumbers and milkmen and stuff like that. But, I mean, bro, Wilt Chamberlain was maybe the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, bro. You know, I just don't know. Maybe who else is in that list that we could possibly, you know, replace? I just don't see Will. I feel like that's just no.
So they still have like
I feel like up there you got
who they have.
To me, there's like Jordan and LeBron.
They still got Julius
are up there to me.
Mm-hmm.
The top 1A, 1B. Then you got Kareem.
So they had this. They top 10. ESPN's top 10. Number 10, Shaq. Number 9, Kobe. Number 8, Tim. Number 7, Larry. Number 6, Wilt. 5, Magic. 4, Bill Russell. And we already know the top 3. Kareem, LeBron, MJ. If I'm taking anybody out, I'm taking LeBron. I'm just playing.
I don't hear anybody on the list that I can honestly say
Curry's number 11.
10B.
10B.
I'm just
It's
saying.
a tie for 10.
There's no way. Like, no, I can't even tie him with Shaq. Shaq number 10.
Right, and that's the one for me. Like Shaq or maybe Tim, but that would be disrespectful to both of them.
Right. And we just think of Tim Duncan like that because he was just so fundamental with it. But
Yes,
the dude
yeah,
was a fucking
you
monster.
could actually debate who had the better career between Tim Duncan and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be like, well, Kobe more flashy, but that's about it. They probably
You
about
can't
the
take
same.
Bill off that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
He
My man got like 11 rings.
Oh, he got 12?
11, I think.
Mm-hmm.
11? Kerr right behind him now with 9.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. That shit crazy.
It's
He
too
started
hard.
11.
Yeah, where can you really?
11.
And he gonna have to get like 2 more rings to move above Shaq.
Yeah. If you get 2 more rings, if they come back to the finals next year and win that bit, then you be like, okay. So do you guys say this Warriors dynasty right now?
Absolutely, they're the new age Spurs.
Okay.
Like not their style of play, but just how the Spurs.
Consistency.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. The Celtics were supposed to be the Spurs of the East back when Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, and they still had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and stuff.
That ain't homegrown.
Yeah.
Spurs of the East. Who could we consider that? No.
Cavs.
No.
Do you say the Cavs got the best young core in
Yes.
part of the league?
Yes.
Okay. Next to the Grizzlies, probably.
Ooh, damn. Second.
Second best young core. I'll take that. We'll see. We'll see what they do this year. We'll see. These niggas get conditioning and just stay healthy.
Great.
Don't get injured, man. Just
Drink
don't.
some milk.
And then if Okoro, man, if Okoro come out and be a good ass wing and making shots,
Bro, stop it.
hey, Jordan Poole improve.
Hey, Jordan Poole definitely went from the G League.
Jordan Poole also got a ring.
No, yeah, but yeah, he was in the G League at first. And he was in the dumps.
And guess who he
I'm
play?
just
And guess
saying.
who he play with?
Golden State. But I'm saying
Guess who he play with?
it's all about
Steph
the
Curry.
development, though.
No, it's also about who develops you.
That's true, but I think Cleveland's on that path for development. I'm gonna say they probably on that path to develop. Because yeah, Golden State, they doing something over there for their core. They had a young core, and now they just making rings and stuff. They old now, but like
We have proven what works for us. And it ain't just building through the draft. Build through the draft, get a superstar. Because that's what got us a ring.
But do you think it's time to change the narrative? Like we definitely should work on like building our young core up.
No, because that's always been our narrative. And this is the first time it actually worked.
Yeah, because I
So
think we
how is that
actually
changing the narrative?
But because it's the first time it actually worked.
So
You think there's something different
but
going on there?
yes, because guess what worked for us?
But now,
Building up a person and then trading for a superstar.
but at the same
That's what
time,
got us a ring.
That's true. That's true. But I think the narrative might change because it's a different front office, different coaching staff,
Same owner.
same owner, but still, I think the culture.
We're in the
might be
right
changed.
direction.
Mhm.
But if we're trying to get a ring,
I'm saying we're
gotta
not
get a superstar.
We're not in the win now, but I don't know. Hey, I feel like these dudes can do it, man. Not this year, but like we'll see.
Not next year, maybe 4-5
We'll
years
see,
from
man.
now.
Well, you don't know, man. Like these
And,
dudes.
I mean,
man,
your team-
you counting us out, man.
I'm not counting us out because
counting
I
us.
hope we get far. But I just feel like.
The only thing we lack is experience, and everybody always says like this Cavs
But
team.
it's cool to say, yeah, let's keep building. But you got the Celtics, you got the Bucks, you got Philly, you got Chicago.
Look. You can say the same thing when the Warriors came up, too. Well, all they had to go get, and they came up.
But that's not fair because they have the greatest shooter of all time.
But did anybody know that? Did anybody know he was the greatest shooter of all time?
But it doesn't matter.
That's the thing.
They have the greatest shooter of all time.
Like, this shit comes out of nowhere.
Arguably the second greatest shooter of all time. With arguably one of the, if you let him say it.
Who said that couldn't be DG and Sexton? That could be Sexland. No. Bro, you don't know.
Yes, I do because they shown it.
They shown it, but like Curry and Clay had to grow too.
This is what I personally think.
Curry and Clay had to grow too. This is what I personally think. Like
this is what I personally think.
Shit is not gonna show at first.
This is what I personally think. Your main core: Garland, Mobley, Allen, and Sexton. Sexton has something to prove this year because he just got off an injury and he's coming back to a team with success. You got Mobley and Allen. Eventually, you're going to have to make a decision because it's going to be hard for them to play together.
But it's shown that it's not hard for them to play together.
When it matters, it's going to be hard for them to play together. Because both of them aren't the best shooters. Well, Mobley's a better shooter.
Mobley's definitely a better shooter.
But
they both great ass defenders, though.
Let me finish. Mobley is a better shooter than Allen, but overall isn't one of the best shooters. So eventually it's going to be a problem in the playoffs where defense tightens up on you. Now, granted, they are both hellified defensively, but this is what I personally think. You make a decision between Mobley and Adam. Me personally, I would do Mobley. Allen and Sexton. That's assets. You got niggas out here right now like Bradley Beal. You don't know what he about to do. I wouldn't do Kyrie. Hell no. But I wouldn't rush it. Like, let's see if this shit do work. But if a superstar becomes available, I'm going for him. If Kawhi Leonard becomes available, I'm going for it. If Bradley Beal becomes available, I'm going for it. Shit.
If Siakam comes available, you going for it?
No.
Okay. Because they be having some crazy mock trades on Twitter.
Yeah, we can keep what we got for if you're doing Siakam. But what I'm saying is if Zach LaVine becomes available, I'm going for him. That's all I'm saying. If a superstar becomes disgruntled, look what we got over here. I will trade Sexton and Allen in a heartbeat with Markkanen and a Coro for a nigga like Zach LaVine, a nigga like Carl.
But what I'm also saying though too, like
shit, Donovan Mitchell low-key seeming unhappy. I would absolutely give you Allen, Sexton, who else? Markkanen.
But these trades aside though, a lot of times how did these dynasties come up? Like people was nobodies at first. They just draft right and produce them right.
That's not accurate.
The Spurs?
That's 1 out of 30 teams.
Warriors?
That's 2.
I was going to say Lakers.
No,
I mean, they traded.
damn near every ring they got outside of Magic was via trade. All Kobe and Shaq's ring, they didn't come together through the draft. That was a trade. Goddamn, when Paul Gasol and Bynum got there, it was through trades. When LeBron got the ring with AD, that was through trades. Same with the Celtics.
All right, what about the Pistons?
That's 3.
And the bad boy Pistons.
No, that's still 3. Oh, you're right. But that's the same franchise.
Okay. Who else we got?
And for real, no, because they had a star.
Who?
Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, the bad boys.
Yeah.
But they drafted him, right?
You're right, fair enough. But they didn't draft. What was their shooting guard's name? They traded for their shooting guard.
You can say the Bulls too.
No, because they traded for Pippen.
No, I'm saying they traded for Pippen and what's his name? Rodman.
They traded for Rodman, exactly. Yeah. So I wouldn't count that as a built it through the mud type shit. Yeah. So out of 30 teams, you got 3 that's really just. And I say the Rockets too. I don't know too much about the old school Rockets with Kenny Smith and.
I don't know about that. Yeah, with old school. Rockets.
But
what about the old school Celtics, Showtime era?
Probably.
I don't know. That's
probably. But in the new age, like The only team you can really say is the Spurs and the Warriors. Like, our generation, it's just them two teams. LeBron went to the Heat. Kawhi went to the Raptors. KD went to the Warriors.
It gotta be somebody else. Say it can't be Bulls.
In the last 10 years, matter of fact, I'm going to do the entire LeBron era from the Heat. He went to the Heat.
Yeah.
The only team that was really team is the Spurs. Like, dynasty-wise. Like, it's the Spurs. Mm-hmm. He went to Cleveland. And the Warriors, that's the second dynasty. Because Cavs, I mean, you can't call that shit out the mud because you traded...
We traded somebody.
You traded Wiggins for Love.
We just had Kyrie
when,
and Tristan.
When the Warriors started messing up, when the Warriors got injured, Kawhi Leonard was with the Raptors. That was with the trade.
For the Spurs.
Giannis. Ooh, you can say no because they traded for Drew Holiday.
Well, is Drew Holiday really known as a superstar?
He's a star. Drew Holiday, he's a star at least.
I mean, because trade happens all the time. So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't consider that an out.
And then you can say the Warriors because KD.
Yeah.
Well, they got
a ring. They got a ring with him or two without him.
They
got two with him and two without him. But the point I'm making is when people say you gotta do it through the team, that ain't really realistic in the NBA. Most of these teams that got rings and traded for their other extra piece.
I see where you're coming from. I see it. I see what you're talking about. But hey, man, I still have faith in the Cavs, man.
I'm cool.
Rubio gonna lead the way with this.
Shout out to Mad Dog Russo. I finally agree with you on one point. He was like the top 5 fan bases in American sports. He said Cleveland was number one.
He ain't got Boston on there at all.
And he was tripping with that one.
I know.
But
yeah, I feel like he could have took Detroit off.
Like,
he could have took Detroit off.
For Stephen A to be like, you know what? The Cavs ain't number 1, they number 2. I respect it a little bit. Like,
he was talking shit. He got Cleveland up high, but he's like, you can put him down to number 2.
Like, niggas really recognize, like, this is what I've been saying for the longest. Like, I'm a realist, but
Cleveland's a real sports
Cleveland fans are Cleveland fans. Like, fuck that.
That's why I was upset with Kyrie when we first went to Boston. Like, oh, I'm a real sports town now. Like,
stop it. Like, you know
Cleveland
we go hard for our Cavs.
We go right. We go hard for everything. Like, all the sports. We just don't have a hockey team, which is
we show up to the event hype as fuck.
Right.
Ready to boo whoever the fuck pull up.
Right. We're definitely ready to boo whoever the fuck pull up, except for LeBron now.
Yeah.
We don't boo. I was getting an argument with my brother about that. Because they was talking about LeBron getting booed and stuff like that. Now, Miami stage, but like the way he left.
He deserved it in Miami.
Yeah, he don't get booed now. Like his first game back.
He got us a ring. Stop it.
Yeah, he don't get booed now.
We in history, the only team to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. The only team.
And they had a list of like how many rings each team has. And then how many teams has 0? I'm like, damn.
We not on that list no
more.
We not. Like, stop it. I can't even and LeBron ain't even, my guy for real, but you can't knock it. He got us a ring.
right. Man. We've been all talking a little bit about this NBA stuff, so.
So what's next?
Man. So Deshaun Watson might be suspended for a year if NFL really pushing this shit. For real. Supposedly NFL is really pushing for Deshaun Watson to be suspended for 17 games. Even though they hired this third-party investigator to investigate, like, the ongoings of this situation and what's going on. And it's a woman, right? Mm-hmm. Her proceedings haven't led her to, like, even suspend this dude at all. But the NFL is pushing for it to go that way.
For me, personally, I feel like you a day late in the dollar show. If this is what you really wanted to do, you would have did this shit at the door. Like, I would have, from the NFL's perspective, I would have respected it more if you just shut this shit down at the door. Like, whether you innocent or guilty, you shouldn't have this type of, you shouldn't have these type of situations being in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I'm finding you, I'm suspending you for X amount of games. Like, if you did that shit at jump, I would have respected. Like, I get it. But you, like, niggas have made their verdict. The law let it be known what it was. The law let you know what it was, and now you trying to just save face. That's what it really looks like. That you truly just trying to save face. And I personally don't like it. Not trying to make it about anything else than what the information that was given. Like you had spa managers sending masseuse his way. You got NFL teams doing the same thing. Like I feel like there's a bigger picture involved, and people really just don't want to talk about it. But I feel like NFL, you a day late, dollar short. The law already told you what it was, and just leave it alone.
Facts.
I was just about to say.
I agree. No, it's a touchy subject or whatever, but yeah, man, I feel like once you negotiated in the CBA, your new CBA, that you got this independent person who will rule on suspensions of violations of the conduct policy and stuff like that, I don't feel like you should be able to be in her ear and pressuring her to make a decision that you want. Because ain't that the whole point of having this bargain like that? Because Roger Goodell was just like judge, jury, executioner, and they felt like the NFLPA was feeling like he was handing down harsh, harsh suspensions or harsh fines or whatever for certain things. And in this situation, it's just weird because I'm not saying he wasn't doing certain stuff didn't happen, but to go before 2 grand juries and they don't bring charges, it's just almost, now it's just civil matters, and now it's just like, okay, this person saying this happened, this person saying that happened, but it's like nothing is substantiated.
Right.
So I feel like
y'all taking everything with a grain of salt now.
Right. It's almost like, and I'm not taking up for the man whatsoever. Yeah. So don't get the wrong idea, ladies. If he really was doing this stuff, we speak on this every single time, and we say if you really did this and you really do the crime, then you need to do, take your punishment and do the time and stuff. But how can you get punished off allegation? I just don't understand that. Like, and I think where they're going to be able to stand on if they have to appeal, if it is something lengthy, is that in the CBA it says that owners should be held to a higher standard than players in the new negotiated CBA. But we've got Dan Snyder and certain owners and coaches and stuff like that just got slaps on the wrist for things similar. So yeah, his suspension got reduced. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are we gonna do here? It kind of like the NFL kind of paid themselves in a corner, And
like you said, it's not enough substantiated evidence to even say otherwise. So,
but I'm kind of like Joe on this point too. Is like when it comes to the legal side of it too, and when it comes to the punishment side, is like where you should have just took your stance right away, because the longer he clearly does not want to settle. He clearly keeps saying they interviewed him on Thursday. He said, "I've never forced myself on anybody. I never disrespected anyone. I never, any women or anything like that." He clearly says he want to clear his name. Yeah. So you should have took your stance or whatever, because to me, I feel like the longer they wait, the more, okay, this person filed a civil suit. This person filed civil. It seems crazy. Everybody. New York Times out of nowhere 2 weeks ago came out of nowhere with a article saying, "Oh, it was over 60 people," and it's like, man, where y'all getting this information from? How is it changing day to day? Like, these numbers are just jumping astronomically. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody trying to beat each other to the story. Like, every day I get a thing on my phone from the I-Team. The I-Team found this out about the Deshaun. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, this is more coverage than Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, bro. Right. So I feel like it just, in the public opinion, the more stuff that come out or stuff that can be made up, we don't know. You know what I mean? The stuff that's being reported on, where you getting this information from, it makes it look worse. So then it makes the NFL like,
have to crack
we
down.
Gotta come hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's all not substantiated, bro.
It's not substantiated. Like, 2 juries said, like, nah, it's not enough. Can't indict this dude. So
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, this is a horrible. This is a bad situation.
yeah,
Because you don't want to seem like you took his side because if women were hurt and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Can't be doing that. But then it's like when we talk about America, supposedly, you know what I'm saying? That anything
Everybody's
supposedly
doing
you're
some due
supposed to, yeah.
process.
So it's like, you know,
Which everybody got, and it was found out that shit. It ain't enough.
Each time.
But what's next up, Fred?
So there's been some drama with Vince McMahon, huh? Supposedly he has stepped down as CEO of WWE.
So let's see. WWE boss Vince McMahon has agreed to step back from his responsibilities as chairman and CEO while the wrestling company's board investigates him for alleged misconduct. In the meantime, his daughter Stephanie McMahon will serve as interim CEO and interim chairwoman. WWE said in a statement Friday. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, a special committee of the company's board has started to investigate McMahon. The Wall Street Journal reported Thursday McMahon paid a secret $3 million settlement to a former employee he allegedly had an affair with. The separation agreement, which was reportedly made in January, prevents the former unnamed employee from discussing her relationship with Mr. McMahon or disparaging him, according to the Journal. For me, if he paid it out of his own bank account, they ain't got shit to do with nobody but him and his wife and that woman. Now, if he did it with, WWE money, like he out here laundering money on some shit like that to pay her off, that's another story. But that's just me.
we are in the time of, I don't even know what to call it now. Cancel culture. We're in the time of
People discovering your skeletons in the closet.
I'm trying to be sensitive to the situations that have happened, because like we want to throw the Me Too thing out there, but Harvey Weinstein literally was doing that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like people was really doing this shit, But it's just a time that's like people want to jump out in front of anything that could possibly hurt their bottom line, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I feel like happened with this situation. Like somebody gave them a tip, they found out something, they like, oh, this could probably come out. Which I don't, to me, I wasn't there for them conversations, but I just feel like $3 million, this might not ever have been like really public like that. I just wonder if they brought it into the public on themselves, trying to get in front of the, you know what I mean? Like trying to get in front of it. But like Joe said, that's kind of between him and his family though. Like this person accepted $3 million to be like, yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I mean? I just, it's just weird. Like how do you participate in an affair?
Right.
With the person, and then when it come down to it, you like, all right, I want to get on the stand of Tekashi 6ix9ine and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
I participate in the fair, and I got money to stay quiet, but I want to be
Right.
like it's a trend now. I want to be part of the movement just because. I don't know.
Right.
But
it's weird.
Whatever.
Yeah, for him to have to step down for this, I don't know. Like I said, it was a fair. Like two parties have to be agreed upon if it was an affair, And and not saying
she signed it.
Yeah. Was anything wrong illegally? If it was, then condemn this dude. He should never be CEO again. Right. Things of that nature.
Seriously.
He should be. Talked about, scrutinized and all that stuff. It is true, but for him, we say it was a fair. He paid her to keep quiet. Both parties have to be in agreement for it. So,
and I'm not saying that's okay. Having an affair is not okay whatsoever, but to me, there's like, oh, we had an affair. I'm gonna buy you this Birkin bag or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how much different is that?
Like I said, it's an agreement.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right.
Between two parties. It's still an agreement between two parties. Nobody was forced. Nobody was blackmailed or whatever. Because you say the person was kind of, but not for real, like just keep quiet about it, and we good, I don't know.
What's next up?
Brittany Griner. Her jail time's been extended to July. For just probably July 2nd or 3rd, around the 4th. If you don't, to recall what happened, she was arrested in Russia for having some weed, but the weed was just in a vape pen, so it wasn't even a lot. At the same time, too, the other reason she was over in Russia so she could make money playing basketball, because
Right.
WNBA not paying you enough, so that's why she was over there in the first place. And I feel like Russia's just being petty.
Right.
Honestly, keeping her over there this long for that little amount of weed, like, come on, man. Like, let her go. She has nothing to do with any of this.
Right.
Y'all just having her to be petty and just be like, look what we got. Look what we're doing. You sending money to Ukraine to help their efforts, but we got Brittany Griner. That's how I feel at the end of the day. Like, why is she still over there for so long for
Right.
little amounts of weed? And knowing that you have millions and millions of your citizens blowing down a bag right now.
Right.
For real. Like, come on, man.
Seriously. It's just a sad situation. But that just go to show you, man, like Russia's just using this as like using a human being, bro, as a propaganda piece, man.
Right.
You know, like a bargaining chip. Like last week I heard they wanted to trade her for like the most notorious Russian like hitman or something. He's like something like that. And they like, oh well, y'all got him, so we'll trade y'all Brittany Griner for that. We about to give y'all a war criminal. You know what I'm saying?
For
like dude that's infamous
who
on
had
like
a
murder
gram of
people
weed
for somebody who But it is like they'll turn around like, see, they don't care about Brittany Griner. If they did, they would do anything. You know what I mean? Like that's just how Russia is, though. Like, or any of these, you know what I'm saying?
They had to make it like they
Places,
like,
right? To make it seem like they the
big
right.
boss.
Yeah, they the big boss, or they was right in the situation. But
They don't want to
that's
seem
just
weak or
nuts.
nothing. And that's crazy. It goes back to egos and pride. Like, with this that saying in Snowfall, once you set your pride aside, that's when you see a true self or some shit. Or you can be honest with yourself.
yeah,
That's a
Once you set your ego aside, Scully said that right before they all got high off LSD. Like, for real.
bodies. Him, her, him.
But Brittany Griner, we're praying for you and we wish you the best.
Right. Definitely wish you the best, Brittany Griner, man. Because it's like, really, you don't be in jail in America over there for that long for that little amount of. You don't even go to jail at all. You just probably get a citation, and that's it. That's it. That is just crazy,
What's next up?
man. So these gas prices, man, crazy as fuck. Like how high they are. I don't mean to cuss like that, but man, these gas prices, something serious.
Ridiculous.
Man. Ridiculous. So ridiculous, man. Like how much does it take? Like $90 to fill up people's tanks now?
Man, even more. I just seen some crazy numbers.
Right. What was that in Sierra videos? Like $6.89 a gallon? Like, bruh.
Deception. Disgrace.
Like, for real, what is with this price gouging? Like, come on, man, with this inflation.
And that's the craziest thing. That's what they're doing, bro. Is everybody price gouging, man.
Because they know we're going to pay for it. Because
Yeah.
it's like the only thing.
We gonna talk about it later. It's just crazy how we'll give money to other niggas before we even try to get ourselves right. You
Yeah,
know,
but
y'all gonna make us pay this much?
You right about that, but like companies are price gouging because they know they can do it. We're going to pay for it regardless, which is a slimy ass practice. Like, you know, like this is not even like
Okay.
it's not okay, and like shit is not happening for y'all to even raise your prices like that. Even anyway, y'all just doing it just cause.
Right.
Like for real, like honestly. So this is just I don't know, man. These companies out here, y'all need to stop it. Like honestly, like what's with these slimy business practices?
Anything for an extra dollar.
For like y'all already making a profit anyway. Like, oh, let's make more money. You know, and then it goes back to say, you know, what Dame Dash said, he don't like broke people. But not like broke people like being broken, but people with broken souls.
Yeah.
You have a broke soul. Like, you do anything just for money. You disregard your principles for money.
Yeah.
And that's what he meant by saying that. So, how I pass the laws. So, you don't even need a permit to have a concealed weapon that you can carry. I say it like this again. Ohio is the Florida of the Midwest. Passing these crazy laws. Like, there's already issues with gun. We already have a gun control issues anyway. And now you're just making it easier.
Let's double down. Y'all don't even need a license to carry. Fuck it.
And what they were saying, the Texas thing with the NRA and stuff like that, we need good, armed, good people versus, you know, the evil people or whatever like that. But it's just like, you still doubling down on making this shit easier for the crazies and sickos. Like, these evil-minded people out here. Whatever you're doing, you're still making it easier for them. You can say, oh, we need more good armed people, but you're still making it easier
Teach them.
for them.
Make that shit strenuous. Like, have a psych evaluation or some shit.
Like, if the good, it wouldn't matter. Like, the good armed people will still have their weapons if you have all the strenuous stuff for them to get their weapons. Or, you know, carry weapons, things like that. Like, I don't know.
But to purposely just be like, no, we don't need no laws.
Yeah, at all. We just making it easier.
I thought the government was supposed to listen to their people.
And at the same time, too, Ohio just also passed something for that, so that school teachers could be armed.
Triple down. Like, what else make most sense? To give a nigga a gun around kids.
Right.
To give a nigga a gun around kids. It'd be locked up, but it'd be in the room, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
So you ain't ever been in a room with kids who, I leave the room, find a way to get that bitch open.
Right.
Go through a nigga shit. Oh, it's locked. Pick that bitch.
Like, at the same time as kids. Like,
at the same time as kids. Like, we all know kids will catch you slipping even when you don't think you're getting caught slipping.
right.
Like, let's just call it what it is. If you're an adult and you're around kids in any capacity, you done got caught slipping. Like, you be like, damn, how the fuck did you even do that?
Right.
What? Alright. Tighten up.
Right.
Real quick. That won't ever happen again. Like, you tell yourself in your head, that won't ever happen again. I see where you at. You older than I thought you was. But to just triple down and be like, yeah, I'm going to put a gun in with some kids. Like, that's stupid. And for the record, all the educators I know, we ain't with this shit. Like, that shit makes no sense. Like, these ain't issues we got to worry about in urban communities and the suburban communities. Like, we ain't gonna worry about this shit. The most gangsters nigga, if he get into school with a gun, God forbid, the last thing on his mind is, yeah, I'm gonna shoot up this bitch.
Right.
That's the last thing on his mind. I'm about to go hit some moss up after school. If anything, like, we ain't got to deal with this shit. But why? Because we got metal detectors at the door. That shit don't feel like jail. That shit boring just like every other school. But that shit's stupid. Where are we at, America?
Right. I mean, I got a different perspective, man. And, you know, I'm always a controversial dude. So I might be, you know, stepping on some toes here. But like Jared said, like, what are we, Florida? You know, but that just reminds me of, there's been plenty of cases in Florida, like the stand your ground thing, which we have adopted. I just feel like there's been many cases where an African American person or a person of color or whatever, you know, had gotten to situations and, you know, lost their life to a Caucasian, you know, or something like that, and nothing happened. I feel like this is making it easier for somebody to shoot you or whatever. Say we had got to a conversation and not get no charges. Before, They could have been like, "Oh well, you shouldn't have had a gun concealed anyway because you're not a licensed carrier, so you getting this many years for that.
Right?
You're getting years for that. So now it's like, no, I could just carry, and I argue with John at the, you know what I'm saying, at the corner store or something, and I can say he took a step towards me, boom, you know what I'm saying. I'm not a licensed carrier or nothing. But now I can double down with I stood my ground, and you can't knock me for not having a license, not being a legal gun owner.
All the people in jail and prison now just having a concealed weapon and not having a permit. Are you letting them out now?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Are y'all
same thing with the marijuana?
Yeah, same thing with the marijuana. Are you letting them out now?
Nope.
Crazy, man.
I just don't see this benefiting us whatsoever.
It definitely is not benefit. It's definitely going back the other way. Like we say, we making this shit easier for the evil-minded people. Like, why? How do you think this is even going to help the situation anymore?
Right.
You really believe this?
I don't think this is the Wild Wild West. We about to go in the square, nobody around. We go take 10 paces. Like, that's not going to happen. Especially that's how I feel. That's how I feel in the school. Like, so say a dude busts in with an AR. Now the teacher up his. Well, they're gonna be like, hold on, kids, evacuate the room. You know what I'm saying? While we had this shootout, like, now come on, like, there's even more bullets. You know what I'm saying? Even more crossfire going. But it's nuts. Like,
well, they would probably put a rule in place. Because telling the kids to evacuate during the shootout, that don't even sound right.
No, I was saying that sarcastically.
I get what you're saying, but it makes me think, and then in that moment, because you said it, and it made me think, like, what could you do? And what could you do? You about to have a shootout. Where can you really? What can you really tell those kids in that moment?
What to do?
Go move. Go run outside.
Just lay on the floor.
You in bullets aim. Stay right there. Shit, you in bullets aim. Go stand over there. Right. Well, what if he just turned his gun? Now it's just
you're gonna have to teach a Max Payne dive or some shit across the classroom.
Right. I feel like we opening up doors we don't need to even open up. Like certain things in education do need to change, but things like that, right?
That's not it.
Like now you're just creating chaos,
right?
Because this shit don't happen in most schools, in most urban schools. Like you just need to adopt that type of principles. Hire security, get you some metal detectors, and for real, in most urban schools, one door, in and out. During school hours, every door locked, one door.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you tell the kids, if you open up another door outside this one door, you will be suspended. Like just off rip. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just for your safety.
We can do, bro.
And
adopt those principles. Yeah, it make it. I don't know why I say it feel like a jail. I feel like you got to control the narrative on that end. Like
this is for your safety.
Is it a jail or is this coming from a place of trying to keep you safe?
Right.
If there's an issue, your mama can call the school or you, and we'll let you go. It's not like you trapped in this bitch.
Yep.
You just got to go through one door.
Yeah. You're definitely too right about that. And while we're talking about like things that need to change in the education system, but this is not it. Like it seems as though like Americans just don't value the education system as like it once was. Like I forgot what number we are now in the world in the education system, but we're down. We're definitely down. We've been letting like our people down, and it's not our educators' fault. It's not. It's just
a bigger picture of things.
It's just a bigger picture of like why is school funds supported by property tax, local property tax, and not by state or federal?
Right.
That is just what's crazy.
We're a country that values entertainment more than we value education.
Like we give each of our soldiers more money than we give our schools. And I understand we need to protect our borders and stuff like that, but we also need enlightened minds to help our future grow. Like to help cultivate and stuff like our future. We need to educate these young minds.
Absolutely.
So we can have a better future.
We pay these athletes, and it's not to knock the athletes because it's not their fault or their fight, but we pay these athletes hundreds of millions of dollars to throw a ball, to catch a ball, to put a ball in a hole. And we're paying the people that teach people how to be citizens, you know, be adults.
Right.
The bare minimum.
Right.
The people that control the lives, more or less, of this younger person, we pay them bare minimum.
And I brought this up to John before. Like, I feel like surgeons should get as paid as much as athletes.
Right.
Not just like the great plastic surgeons doing BBLs.
I'm talking
but
about
all types of surgeons doing everyday surgeries, people's lives. Because I think that really takes skill,
You know,
for real. Not
right.
many people to have
You
a
holding
steady
someone's
hand.
life in your
and then-
hands.
right. And to have a steady hand to do what you do and cut the right shit and make sure you are and all that other stuff.
But our priorities are in the wrong space.
But you
Yeah.
playing
Place.
athletes
Yep.
more than that?
And it ain't knocking the athlete, because if you're gonna give me this money, I'm gonna take it.
Right.
Like, ain't no shoot. I can't get mad at the athlete, but it's just America. Where are our priorities?
So that's true too.
And
We-
it's so unfortunate, because I'm looking at how education is now, and how we truly how the average American it's just it's in the back of your head, like you're going to school because legally. This is what I personally think. A lot of parents, you got to go to school because legally you got to go to school.
right.
Right.
And if you legally got to go to school, why can't the government afford more money for it?
Yeah.
They don't come in till later. It's like, oh, the academics are fucked up, and now we have to come in.
But
like,
that's a whole nother picture right there, because I personally feel like the whole education system needs a restart,
definitely.
because we're in different times. Like,
Mhm.
I low-key feel like we need to adopt some type of method like Japanese and China has. Like, when you go to high school, you get to pick your high school like it's a college.
Yeah, you compete like you in college for high school.
You know, and why not set these kids up for success? Let me figure out in elementary school. Elementary school should be the sitting at the desk, you know, learning your basic skills, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get ready to go to middle school and high school, more in particular high school, it should be more of, how do you learn?
Right.
Like, you should learn in elementary school and middle school. You should learn what type of learner you are, and when you go to high school, oh, this is what type of learner I am. We have a vast variety of math, English, social studies teachers that know how to teach in that way.
Right.
I'm a visual learner. I'm a tactile learner. Like, this is where you should go. Like, but we standardize everything. Like,
And
we got so many tests now, and it's not showing the
crazy.
kids' true potential, because some kids just don't know how to take tests.
And you know, that show Abbott Elementary brought up
Yeah.
a good point. You know, with honors and stuff like that, somebody just have like nature intelligence. They just good with their hands and know about plants and stuff, and you know what to do. You know, some people are just good at that.
Right.
But the education doesn't root towards that at all. You know, the education system.
That's why I treat it like college. Start these niggas off young.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you younger, you want to do it more.
And like you said, it's old. Like, it's outdated. It's definitely should be a new
Why
way.
do you want a child to be like, all right, sit down, turn to page 57, let's all read aloud.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Right.
I wasn't that type of learner. Like, that shit was so boring.
Yeah.
I figured out what type of learner I was when I got to college and my teacher let me write a paper, a fucking 50-page paper about marijuana. And he broke that shit down. Like, this was summer school, and he broke that shit down in, like, your first 10 pages is going to be an argumentative essay.
Right.
This is how you do that. Your next 10 pages is going to be a persuasive essay. And so on and so forth. But he allowed me to talk about what the fuck I wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just crazy. Like, we need more.
Mm-hmm.
I just went off on a tangent.
But you know, I mean, you're right though. Like, it needs to be different learning styles, and I feel like they try, but like, and all at the same time too, all the education system, all education are weighed differently too. Like, everybody's not educated the same way, or have the same amount of funding for their learning. You know, by
That's
school
a problem.
districts. That's definitely a problem. Like I said, like, why we funding education? These school districts by property tax, but the government's just not giving every school district the same amount of money.
Right. It was crazy, man. What we feeding these kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I watched some type of documentary or something on YouTube where it just let it be known, like, most of the schools are giving these kids the bare minimum as far as, like, nutrients.
Yeah.
And then we always feeding them that shit with milk.
Yeah.
Who eats pizza and milk?
I was talking to my trainer about
Nigga,
that.
who eats hamburgers and milk?
I was talking to my trainer about that. Like, a lot of times, yeah, you need to talk up to these dietitians, but they can't be like the old school, like the food pyramid.
Yeah.
Like, you should not have like 11 servings of bread a day. Because that's inflammation. Like, you know how, you remember the food pyramid, what it used to say? Like 11 servings of bread?
Right.
And now we like saying, you know, we can't have that much carbs. Like, why are we still having the food pyramid around? Like, you can't talk to like dietitians who stood with the old way.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Talk to dietitians to get what you need to get back on the right track. You know.
Have it with some milk.
Yes, milk.
It makes it all better.
Like,
The crazy shit with milk is like they put calcium in that bitch. Milk doesn't come with calcium by itself. They used to say milk doesn't by it, but no, but y'all
we're drinking liquids from another animal.
put calcium in it.
Like, I'm drinking liquid from something that's not me.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. I do miss cereal though. I do.
Barely sometimes. I mean, shit. I be doing almond milk.
Allergic. I know I can do oat milk.
Damn, you right.
I know I can do oat milk. I haven't tried oat milk yet. So.
Try,
Oh, I'm gonna try oat milk one day.
what is it? Not pea milk. Oh, no.
Skim?
No, it's a type of, is it chickpeas? No.
Oh, soy milk?
Soy milk.
I'm gonna try oat milk because I heard oat milk.
He keeps saying it. I got you, bro.
Because too much soy is bad for you too. Even though, because like when you do the vegan route too, a lot of stuff is fillers with soy. Like if you're doing like, the vegan pizza or like vegan beef patties, supposedly beef patties, a lot of fillers is soy, and soy is really bad for you.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Mm.
Shit bad for you even on the vegan side. Who is anybody to judge?
But I mean, that's if you do it. If you do like still like raw vegetables or like cook your own vegetables and stuff like that, that's cool, you know.
But soy too
But
much.
like if you're doing like, I want this vegan pizza or like vegan,
that shit like the equivalent to tilapia, huh?
I don't know about all of that. I just know too much soy is bad for you.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff has a lot of soy to fill that shit up.
Yeah.
So,
But that shit vegan is supposed to be healthier.
man, it's this whole thread about people who are vegans, but they catch them sneaking into like the pot of meat on like holidays and stuff like that. Don't
I
worry
just need a
about
little
it.
snippet.
Like, yeah, like just sneaking in meat and stuff on like the barbecue days
I'm
and
sorry,
stuff.
that's funny.
That's
Like
hilarious.
they come and make a speech and tell them about vegan, but then they catch them in the pot like eating some meat. Like, oh, I'm just tasting it to see, you know.
But what's next up, Friday?
So the U.S. sends more money over to Ukraine, but Flint still the ones that have clean water.
And student loans, still student loans.
Student loans, still student loans, and every student in America doesn't have free lunch. At one point we did. I don't know what the fuck happened, but
We want more money.
and I get geopolitics, so you show that you're the big dog, but at the same time, I feel like that's what we just talked about before with Russia. Like, once you push your ego aside, that's when you can go to a higher place.
Right.
Like, I understand America's the free leader of the new world and all this other stuff, but like, we got to get our shit together.
We ain't
at
gotta
home
play
first.
Captain Save a Hoe.
We don't have to be everybody's savior, and Kendrick found that out with his album. Like,
America has all the money, but he is not your savior.
we don't even have all the money because we trillions of dollars in debt. And you know what's fucked up about that too with credit? Why is when I want a credit check, my credit score goes down? A hard credit check. Why is that a thing? So our credit score shouldn't just be available to us. I know I'm going off a tangent, but who fucking created the credit system?
Man, for real.
Like, you can't even get a credit check for real because the shit on Credit Karma is not even your real credit score.
Right.
But if you get it, you're gonna lower your credit score. Like that's crazy. Like this shit should be information available for you without any penalty, so you can see how good or bad you should do. I mean, or what you need to do to get to a better place. That's. But I'm off on a tangent. I'm sorry. But it comes back to that though. Like we trillions of dollars in debt too, as well as Americans, and we sending more money over there. Like I said, every kid doesn't have a free school lunch. Flint still doesn't have water. It's a lot of things out here. Why these indigenous people reservations are still ass, out here for them. Like you could definitely throw more money to that, to Native American reservations. It's just a lot. That's how I feel. Y'all got anything to say on the topic?
No, man, you deal with everything.
Right. Like that shit it's just I don't know, man. It's just dumb. So you haven't been around. It's been a monkeypox outbreak. Is it going to be another pandemic? Who knows? But it's been, as of June 8th, these are the recent numbers I have. There's been 1,285 cases across the world, and 40 of them have been in the United States of America. I mean, I don't know. It's just some shit every day. New elements.
Right.
Every day. Who knows? I know some doctors was coming up talking about we should rename it from monkeypox because it probably have a negative stigma, about Africa or something like that. Some scientists were saying we should rename it, but
So it's getting to the point. I just think they're trying to kill people off. Like,
there's another one created in the lab.
Top 5 things you need to know about monkeypox. I'm on a website. I'm on.
What's the top 5?
Vaccines work.
Oh, for it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Number 1. Number 1. It is caused by a smallpox virus. 2. It causes pustules all over the body. Pustules, excuse me. Number 3. Diagnosis require PCR test. Number 4. It can spread between people through close contact. And number 5. We have currently no cure, but we have a very old vaccine.
We have a very what?
Old vaccine.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But the vaccine works, though. They said.
I just feel like they're just trying to find ways to kill us. They know something we don't. Something gonna happen pretty soon. And they're trying to cut population so we can stay alive.
Give me a second. All right. That was a good piece of pizza. So
no edit.
Right. So D.L. Hughley and Monique has been going back and forth in the media lately. They've been fussing over because Monique's supposedly not getting the money she's getting from this comedy tour she's doing with D.L. Hughley, but D.L. Hughley's like, she's not the headliner. He's the headliner. But it doesn't agree with her contractual agreements, but D.L. Hughley saying it does. So is this a case? Because people's coming up with saying that, everywhere she goes, Monique goes, there's an issue. So it might not be an issue with them. She might actually be the problem. Is this one of these cases? Or is D.L. Hughley actually in the wrong this time around? But there's been a lot of fussing and fighting and personal information being said and a lot of things has been brewing out.
Yeah, it's been real
spicy.
zesty.
Yeah.
It's been real zesty with these
accusations.
So from Monique's perspective, she her peoples reached out from what I read. Her peoples reached out to DL, be a part of this little show, not little, but be a part of this show or whatnot. Monique saying she's supposed to be the headliner. DL Hughley's like, no, I'm the headliner. Here go my facts to back it. Monique was like, oh, your facts are fabricated, and she shows her own facts. Hold on. Shows her own facts or whatnot. And DL Hughley and her just going back and forth. During the comedy show, Monique goes in on DL Hughley, makes mention of some things that happened with DL's daughter or whatnot. It just got real spicy for whatever reason. I'm just trying to figure out, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Why y'all taking this hard? Just get the lawyers to talk. Right. Lawyer up. And it's like, okay, sell this in court. I don't know. But I think with Monique doing that, DL feels obligated. Because you out here, you know.
Speaking on my daughter.
Speaking on my name and my daughter, defamation and stuff like that. I have to speak up too. So, I don't know, man. Like,
it says seeming like
hate to see two comedy legends to go at it like this.
Yeah, but it is seeming like a little habit with Monique, though. I hate to say it.
Definitely. Definitely sees that. But speaking of Monique, though, she just settled some type of lawsuit with Netflix or whatever when she was going out there. So big cups to her for that. But it does seem like, everywhere you go is the issue. I don't know the whole details or things like that nature. I do hope end up getting your money that you deserve.
Right.
I can't say anything, but I don't think it should have been blown up this bad when y'all saying personal stuff back to each other. I feel like that's not needed. So, I hope y'all just resolve this as, adults. Because it seems very petty and childish right now. So,
yeah, it do.
Mm-hmm. So, man, the boys have been back. With 2021, well, a whole season. And you don't know, is the boys is like probably Amazon's Prime Video most popular show. And it's deal with superheroes being backed by a corporation. Superheroes are made. They're made look like athletes now. And it just makes you like a real world look at if superheroes were real. They would be assholes for real.
Right. We ain't talking about the cliche Marvel DC superheroes. Talking about real life.
Like, I'm not doing this shit for money. Like, well, I'm just doing it at the grace of just being a hero. I must say this season, though, so far the writing has been pretty good. Whoever, this season's building up to something. To where I was talking about the hero-gasm stuff, like, I must say, I must put it up there.
How many episodes you think they're going to drop?
Hopefully 10. Hopefully 10. But I put it up there, like, it'd probably be my number 2 best show, best season of TV of 2022.
Yeah, I might agree with that for real.
It's probably number 2. Number 1 is Severance. The Boys number 2. I don't know. It could be number 1 though, depending on how it ends. Number 3 will probably be Snowfall. Number 4 will probably be Stranger Things season of TV this year. And number 5, I don't know what number 5 will be. We'll see. But
I know Ozark's up there for me.
Oh yeah, Ozark would probably be number 5. Season of TV this year. But like the way the boys keep going, because I was worried after season 2. Because it seemed like everybody's against Homelander, but that shit changed up quickly now this season. And like how it seems like, what's his name, Huey? He was like the big man. He feel like, oh, we winning this shit. Found out, old girl, she's a suit. He's like, damn, this shit rigged. The game is rigged. This game is set up for us to lose. Right.
A-Train a hoe out here.
Bro, A-Train, I was rooting for this nigga at first. And then once he did that shit for Supersonic, oh, you saw that part? He snitched and then got him killed. I'm like, bruh, you hoe. And you should see this newest episode.
He get worse.
He get worse and worse. I was kind of with him. Then I wasn't when I saw he wanted a game called The Middle Passage. I'm like, bruh.
He what?
He brought the game that he wanted to have, The Middle Passage. Like, bruh. A-Train, he a ho-ho. And then he got Supersonic killed. Like, why you trying to impress this dude?
Right, this dude that just crap on you every time he can.
And you can't even run now. If you run, your heart might explode now. You can't do shit.
Butcher becoming everything he despised.
Butcher becoming, but at the same time, though, too, like, there's so many people now saying like how the show is way more better than the comics. Like how they adapting this to this to a show is actually pretty good compared to like other things that are out there, because like the comics supposedly just be like cynical just to be cynical. Like Butcher and that, he's just like a frat boy, and he initially gave what's his name Huey Compound V. Like in this, he don't even want to give it to him. Like I guess he see him like his little brother. Like there's other aspects of Butcher or stuff like that. Like they were just being crazy just to be like crazy in the comics.
But he's still shooting up.
He's still shooting up.
And this is everything he hated to be. Motherfucking soup.
Huey too. And at the same time too.
Lower level over 9,000.
So let me talk to y'all. Would y'all say Homelander is probably the best villain on TV right now?
Yeah, because at this point, who's stopping him?
And he made a good point too. Like Starlight was like, or Queen Maeve, one of them said, I released that video footage from that plane of the first season.
Do it.
He said, do it. I'm going to hit out your nerve scissors. I'm going to hit the Pentagon or some shit like that. Then I'm going to hit like...
In a nutshell, if you do that shit, I ain't got shit else to lose.
Right.
I'm going to really stop giving a fuck.
Basically.
Right.
And you just forget how good he is. And then like, just the dialogue with him and like the CEO of Vought, he had to sit down. And he had some good dialogue with Butcher in like, what, episode 2? Like,
My nigga said, do it.
basically.
Yeah, I've been wrecking my brain this whole time. Like, I'm gonna just be defiant and go with somebody else. But there is no one else. He made the
best villain.
He set the deep at the table, bro.
Oh, bro.
And was bringing out seafood, bro,
for people to eat.
Need to fucking.
And he made him eat his
Timothy,
the squid, bro.
Rest in peace, Timothy, bro.
Like that was definitely
sick,
evil villain stuff right there. Like
we could either do it this way, or I could just not give a fuck.
Right. That's what we had to tell Starlight. Like I could kill Huey just like that. Like
yeah, right.
Like I can do that shit and really come back in like 3 seconds with tacos.
What we talking about now? What type of demon time you on? 'Cause I'm on that real super gremlin demon time.
Right.
Like what the fuck?
I kill this nigga, come back with tacos.
Man, he signed this man's brace.
Oh, bro.
You never even seen it happen.
Hey,
And they asked her, "Oh, is she a good fuck?"
But yeah, you saw him buck up a little bit on him, like, "What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, nigga?"
He was sizing them up too. Then standing down.
He
Like,
walked
for
away,
real.
he was
Yeah, right. Yeah, when he walked out, he was like,
like, "I could have died. Oh my gosh, no! Why did I do that?"
Yeah, no, people saying like the season. This is one person I say saw the season so far. They just wait for him to go crazy. Oh man, I'm like that's coming, but this build up is something crazy. Like for real, like you're not sure what's going to happen. Like it'll just be so tense. Like yo, the boys came back swinging. I feel like they had to after Invincible. They have to come back like. Nah, we're Amazon #1 show. It's not Invincible.
Hey, but we'll see.
We'll see.
When the Invincible drop.
Yeah, Invincible come back like, no,
Because
nigga.
Invincible was on that demon time,
You're
too.
right.
Like, the first episode of Invincibles is like, I can't forget that shit. Like, I'm thinking this about to be a Walmart version of goddamn
Justice League.
And my nigga.
great value.
My nigga came in, killed the makeshift Batman. Killed the makeshift Wonder Woman. You got the makeshift Flash hitting him with the chest, hitting him in the chest. His hands get flimsy. Right. I can't even.
Did he roll somebody up? I forgot.
I know he took somebody's head off. I know he took somebody's spine off. I know that little gooey mud, whatever that gooey shit was, just took the ball out, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Just
the makeshift Martian Manhunter or whatever they call him. But you couldn't kill the makeshift Superman. Well, he is the makeshift Superman.
I want to see him and Homelander just link up. Like, what's up?
Him, Homelander, and Superman in a 3-way fight. Who will win? That'd be crazy.
Superman, Homelander. What's somebody's name?
Omni-Man.
Omni-Man. I don't know. It ain't gonna be Superman.
And throw in, what's his name? The dude who beat everybody. Not Batman, but the
he's
dude
beating
from
everyone.
Invisible. Cat, the lion dude, bro, I forgot. He basically was like, it smelled like bitch in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Battle Cat, Battle
yeah.
something.
Man, he came in and beat the brakes off.
Bruh, that was nuts.
This smelled like bitch in here. For real. Everybody in the hospital, everybody scared. Like, damn, coming out of stretchers and shit. Like,
you know what, bro?
You got it.
You got this.
You're a real nigga.
You need me to leave.
I'll
I
leave.
got you.
But no, like, the boys, man, it's been great so far. Like Johnny wasn't out here, but I say it's probably like number 2, the best season of TV of this year so far. Like, might be number 1. My number 1 is Severance. Then it'll probably be then Snowfall, and then Stranger Things, and the Ozark season of TV this year. No, Ozark and then Stranger Things, I'll say. So far.
I finally saw the end.
Of Ozark?
Lackluster.
I don't think it's lackluster. I fuck with it.
The very ending with old buddy, the detective.
I fuck with that. Because it's just
gonna
like
have
this
to
cycle
kill me.
continues until with their kids. Heavy spoilers. For like, we doing this shit for family. Only thing though, it definitely kept me guessing because I thought, this heavy spoiler, I thought Ruth was going to be the one making it out alive because they kept going because Ruth got her record expunged. Ruth got her record expunged. She got the casino and stuff and shit was just going wrong for the birds. And now it was funny for all the things the birds did, they get arrested for road rage. Yeah. But yeah, Ruth, man,
You was a real one. I'm sorry it had to happen to
that's
you.
sad. And then what's her name? Old girl was wearing black and Ruth was wearing white. It was like the angel of death coming for her.
Right.
That was crazy. I didn't know that to my cousin. Allison pointed out. And shout out to my cousin Allison, man. She listened to the podcast and shared it and shit.
Hey.
Yeah, man. For real. The whole podcast, so shout
Yeah,
out to
I'm
Allison.
sorry, y'all. Sometimes Jerry get long-winded.
Oh, I am. Sorry.
I was just playing with you, but if you wanted the shoe fits.
Okay.
Whatever.
Sorry. I can't get along with it.
What's next up?
Drinks have been flowing. I'm sorry. Shout out to
Jay-Z. Right
Jay-Z.
to that Duce.
Shout
Shit
out
expensive,
to
but
Homelander. You probably are the best villain on TV. But next up, and these Disney shows haven't been hitting like the contemporaries from all these other
Fic
streaming
facts.
shows. Like,
Figgy,
I don't know.
facts.
Like I feel like they just be trying to rush them out too fast with 6 episodes.
I hate 6 episodes by the way.
And I feel
For
like
any show.
the only Disney show that probably was WandaVision and maybe The Mandalorian.
I say Loki.
No, yeah, Mandalorian. Loki, I still feel like some of that was still kind of rushed. It has some good reveals though. It introduced a new aspect, but I did feel like the pacing and shit could be better with Loki. Like, it's still not like what's his name? Peacemaker. What all these other shows? The
Oh,
Boys,
I'm not
all
saying
of
that, but I would put it in that group of shows that worked. I might put Boba Fett in there though, cause I did like that.
You liked it?
Yeah, I like Boba Fett, but Hawkeye, I didn't like it.
Oh, God.
Moonlight, I didn't make it through it. Captain and the Winter Soldier, whatever it was. Falcon
Baby
and the
Low, Baby Loud.
Baby Loud.
You good?
Miss Marvel is mid.
Yeah, I think that was a piece of pulp or something.
Miss Marvel mid.
I haven't seen that yet.
I refuse.
But like the only I would say Marvel shows that's like is peak to what's happened is the ones that were on Netflix, like Daredevil and Punisher.
Punisher was that shit.
Punisher was.
And then now they bringing Daredevil over to Disney Plus, and I'm just wondering, like,
Please don't destroy it.
bro, you see what they did to Kingpin already? Like,
My
Hawkeye.
man survived the bomb though.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like
the Disney shows ain't hitting like the contemporaries,
I
man.
feel like this happened because they had so much success,
Yeah.
and they trying to rush the next phase in.
I don't know. I hope. What's they got? They got Ironheart coming up, and what else?
That's Iron Man's daughter.
The black girl.
So Iron Man's daughter doesn't become Iron Man.
No. They got that. They got Armored Wars. What? They got Ahsoka, and they got the other Star Wars series they're gonna do from Rogue. I want to say Rogue One. That's the name of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
I'm
in
not a fan of
Narcos?
that.
You're not a fan of the movie?
No, Rogue One. I'm not a fan of him getting a spinoff.
Oh, it's called Ardor, something like that.
I am a fan of Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how they do that.
Right.
Bad Batch season 2 coming out though.
I haven't even finished season 1.
I haven't, but it is pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Like, don't get it twisted. I just haven't finished it, but Bad Batch goes hard.
There's a lot of animated stuff I have to finish. I don't want to get long with it again.
Stop.
I was about to go like I need to watch Justice League.
I was just joking,
Young
bro.
Justice.
You and me both, though.
I need to finish Young Justice because that shit was hard this season. The first half, I gotta finish the next part and Vox Machina.
That shit's funny. It's like, I don't know. It's a nice filler for Invincible.
Yeah. Did you hear though? They're making 3 movies for the last Airbender universe. So Paramount
On Netflix?
I don't know if it's gonna be on Netflix.
So Netflix is making an Avatar
live action.
A live action.
Yeah.
So Netflix is doing it and Paramount is doing it.
They not Paramount doing their own thing because Avatar Studios.
But they're
came out.
both doing
Avatar shit.
live action Avatar.
I think Paramount more doing animated stuff because Avatar Studios.
Okay.
Because the original creators were on board with the live action, but they split because of creative differences.
So they left Netflix's live action.
Yeah, and that's when they created Avatar Studios just to make like shit expand for the animated universe. So.
I was a fan of the live action when I found out the creators
But
were
they
part of
split.
it. But if they split it today and they said they're gonna make 3 movies, I can only imagine what route they go. Everybody, of course, is expecting a nice.
Then one of them is a Zuko movie.
Damn, like older Zuko.
Hopefully, I hope
Like
so.
I'm expecting to at least see grown Avatar fuck some shit up.
Yeah,
That's one of my expectations for a movie. And the other 2, I just need to see a different perspective.
Yeah,
Like whatever that may be, I just need to see a different perspective.
you're right. But yeah, they finally came out and said like 3 movies are in the works, so we'll see. And they supposed to have series 2, but that's probably further down the line. So
Shout out to the Avatar, you a real one.
Yeah.
Y'all can be Star Wars out here for real, for real.
they should have been Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, but Nick
Right.
don't know how to handle IP
You
like
hit him
that.
with the juggler with the Aang. That's your meat and gravy right there. Korra was cool.
Korra was cool.
But you can continue the cycle from there.
You continue
On
to
some Power
cycle or
Ranger
expand
shit.
on shit instead of just like doing comics.
Yeah.
Because a lot of shit is comics with like Aang after the shit with the fire.
I just
Lord
need
and stuff.
one. I just need one of the movies to be grown Aang.
Mm-hmm.
I need one of them to be a different Avatar on some other shit.
So it's coming out saying that Joker 2 is a musical.
Ooh.
I feel like Joker, it didn't even need a sequel.
Right. It did.
Honestly.
First off,
He about to come out there like, we're all in this together, Zac Efron.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, because as soon as I saw that, I saw the promo for The Boys for this week, and it was like the musical part 2. I'm like, what the fuck with these musicals? But I saw the actual episode of The Boys today. It was on like just one little part.
You talking about the song, the Soulja Boy thing?
It was the dream sequence.
That
No. This episode.
Oh.
This episode.
Man, that was hilarious.
I saw the promo and I'm like, what the fuck? And like, what's with these musicals now? But it's cool. It's cool with this episode. It's cool. It's all clear. But yeah, the Joker being a musical, and then supposedly Harley Quinn's being played by Lady Gaga. I just feel like that dude who just joined the WB heads because Discovery just merged with them. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Which I have the foresight for. Y'all not planning anything out.
They should have just blew, like, I said this in pre-pro.
Blew it up and start over.
When y'all figured out Justice League was going to bomb, you should have just, unfortunately, we probably wouldn't have got the Zack Snyder's version, but you should have just blew that shit up and centered it around these fucking kids. Like, y'all have already proven y'all can't make a great Superman and a great Batman. I'm not talking about above average Superman or above average, but I'm talking about great on both ends.
Great.
Blow that shit up and center around these kids. Nightwing, Superboy, goddamn, what's the Flash's, not Kid Flash, but the other one. Impulse, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He came from the future type shit.
Yeah,
you got so many storylines you could fucking do.
I'm still mad at the fact of them. How the first movie y'all have Batman, Superman on be made together. And also, you know, I also feel like, why has the Batman family been on the silver screen yet?
Right.
Y'all missing out on fucking money. The most the Batman family has ever been on screen was Batman and Robin. With Mr. Freeze was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And they were showing everybody ass every time they put their uniform
Oh, yeah.
Ass and nipples. Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
Wow, for no reason.
Wow, like,
That's America's
Blow that
ass.
shit up. Center that shit like that one moment in the Justice League or Young Justice where all the Justice League members just disappeared for like 2 years.
oh yeah.
You can start it right there. You can start it right there.
Joe Nathan said, "Just man, just focus on these kids.
Not knowing they got duffed out by Omni-Man.
Just focus on these kids.
Cause
Deathstroke, you should leave these kids alone.
Right. Like, you the only villain I know. You know what? No, not Batman.
I fuck with
No,
these kids,
I'm not Martian Man. I'm gonna fuck with these little kids, though.
He might fuck with Batman every now and then.
Right, Batman. I think I can catch you slipping, but I really don't be catching you slipping.
Like,
Right.
even though I'm like the greatest martial artist in the DC universe with you, I'm fucking with these kids.
Right.
I'm about to create hell for these kids, bruh.
I don't even fuck with the mid superheroes. I ain't about to fuck with Arrow. Goddamn Martian Manhunter.
I ain't about to fuck
These
with
kids.
Booster Gold. Who the fuck?
Nightwing. Goddamn Starfire. Beast Boy.
I hate them. Ooh,
Right.
they just make me itch.
Right.
Cyborg. Oh,
I'm just
Raven.
mad. Yeah,
I'm
you
just
need to leave
mad.
them kids
Wonder
alone.
Gold.
First off, your name is Deathstroke. Like, you should be leaving these kids alone.
Oh, Rick.
Like,
Alone.
like,
Niggas need to be pulling up like you trying to fuck up the Teen Titans, bruh. Nah. Why not, bruh? My name, bruh. You
right.
can't even fuck with
Who
it.
the-
Deathstroke. Bruh.
That's
you heard
why
that
you
shit.
heard that shit.
Damn, you right.
It's like I just want to fuck with Robin today.
Right.
Just wake up.
Right, yeah. My man just wake up and get out the bed. Like, right.
I'm fucking with Robin today. What's going on, Dick? You good?
Ninja Star. He just in there brushing his teeth.
Just take off the song.
God damn it, man. Again. Just trying to have a sleepover, bruh. Trying to sit down and watch. They got the popcorn. Next thing you know, this dude walk in the kitchen. Just slap the popcorn out their head.
I hate those kids. I'm about to send another kid in them to infantry.
Right.
Terror, where you at? Terror.
was a whole
Fuck with these kids like me, Terror. You
Just an old grumpy ass dude, bruh.
I can't. But yeah, Joker 2 being a musical, it wasn't even needed for a sequel.
No, facts.
Like, is this the route you're really trying to go? Why even? Why?
Like, and then y'all already starting. The Batman's a good movie. We talk about this every podcast, but the Batman and it's expanding its universe. You know, I was like, why too? But I mean, it's an interesting Gotham. The Penguin getting his own show. Commissioner Gordon getting his own show. And then we already know.
He had that already.
The Joker's probably coming in sooner or later
Right.
in this bitch too. Now we're about to have 2 Jokers.
Why?
Exactly. Why?
Wait. What was it? Honestly,
Never mind. That's the name of this episode.
honestly, never mind. We do not own the rights to that.
It's just the same.
Right.
It's just the same, you know. We're still in Drake. Sean
Good
Warner.
morning, Dick.
Bro, that was crazy when I was thinking about it. Like, why Deathstroke keep fucking with these kids, bro? You like up there with Batman's the
Bro,
greatest
you
martial
50.
artist.
Right.
You old!
Bro, you old as
Stop
fuck!
fucking with
Leave these kids alone!
Yeah, they're trying to play 2K. Just to slice the whole TV in half.
Bro, go
My
to-
God.
I got you now. What the fuck?
They
That's
know.
right.
The Titans are just play 2K. He just come down, ring the doorbell.
Big dog bitching. Oh.
Hey, Beast Boy, who is he? Oh, fuck, it's Deathstroke. Bro, be quiet.
We not here.
Like
Like he's a
it's
Jehovah's Witness.
He just bust that hole down. I know you guys were here.
Right.
God damn,
Come on. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. We
Bro, I'm
chill.
just trying to play the game.
Oh my God.
Bro, you 50.
Come on.
You don't want to fuck with Wonder Woman. Wait. Let me tell you what I'm saying. Bro, you scaring them.
The hoes.
Bro, you scaring them.
Man.
Look at Starfire. You scaring me.
Bro.
Just take the whole microwave and throw it out. He's trying to make some. He's trying to make some pizza rolls.
She ain't even scared. Her father's the devil. Her father's Satan. And she's scared.
Wonder Girl in the goddamn kitchen with the pistol was like, what the fuck? God damn. It's movie night.
Right? Bro, I got class. In the
I got
morning.
class in the morning, bro.
The fuck? Come on, man.
So you 50.
You 50.
Look, Batman ain't doing
Batman
shit.
is chilling right now. And it's nighttime, bro. Go fuck with Batman. He ain't got shit going. He likes shit like this. I'm
Right.
just trying to play 2K and watch a movie.
Look, he
bro.
graduated high school. He got his degrees. I'm trying to get out of high school, bro. I'm trying to make it out here.
You got Raven in the crew like, dude, I'm just trying to study. Leave me alone.
I got a headache now.
Man.
From that. Man, Joe, more of the story.
Moral of the story, bringing it back, like, goddamn, our officials that's quote unquote running this country of ours, y'all gotta do better. Y'all triple down on some nonsense.
John, more of the story.
Honestly. No, but man, facts, dude. Like, I don't know what we doing. Like, America just, we tripping right now.
Yeah.
We literally, like, I feel like we are keeping up with the Kardashians to any other country. They just sitting over there watching this like, look at this shit here.
Definitely. More of the story, man. It goes back to DJ Academics
Wow.
and
DJ Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. Stop fucking with these kids, man.
Deathstroke academics.
Stop messing with these kids, man. These minors. That's all I'm gonna say.
They just trying to have movie night.
For real. GJ Academic, man.
They trying to watch Land Before Time.
Black responsibly, folks, man.